Welcome to another DragonLance Saga gaming episode. Today is session 19 of our Dungeons & Dragons 2024 heavily customized Tyranny of Dragons actual play. It is Baraka, a new cult, the 10th. My name's Adam. I would like to take a moment and thank the DL Saga YouTube members and Patreon patrons and invite you to consider becoming a member or patron. You can even grab Dragonlance Media using my affiliate link or even get $10 off by signing up to startplaying.games in the description below. Every Dragonlance game episode serves as a fundraiser of sorts for nonprofits supporting our active duty service members and veterans. And all donations go directly to those organizations. So if you care, if you're capable, thank you. And if not, that's okay. Enjoy the show. All right. Last time on Tyranny of Dragons, the heroes return to the caravan en route to Gander. En route to Gander, Elwyn is near being strung up. At this point, it seems the cult is ready to blame anyone for the death of their member, even if it means manufacturing a reason. The heroes negotiate a solution to have her brought to Gander and turn over to the authorities. They make their way on this last leg of the trip, and aside from regular road hazards and inclement weather, make it to Make it to Gander, finally. I'm sorry, guys. I'm bouncing all around this thing. They let Elwyn go, and she decides to head for the Temple of Paladin in Planthus. The heroes met up with Jamna and are all introduced to Sato. They decide to work together as they're all trying to discover more about the cult and what they're planning to do with the stolen loot. The cult's wagons are going to be headed east, and the heroes learn of Lord Winterholm starting a building campaign to rebuild the road between Winterholm and Gander. Construction is already underway, and the heroes join up with the High Road Charter Company. They're ambushed on the way to Carnath House to drop off point for tradesmen and supplies for the construction and overcome the bullywugs. Once at the Roadhouse, they realize some of the crates, specifically the cult's loot crates, are being stored in a secured area. The heroes deal with one furious cultist who calls out Gunnar as the tensions are high. Bogluck, the half-ogre who runs the construction effort, suggested Gunnar retire to his room rather than have the cultists kill him. As Sato and Garrett discover a secret portal in the secure room, Bakali erupt from within. The heroes all come to help fight off the Bakali, but with the sounds of battle evident and the already high tensions with the cultists, what will the heroes do? And that is where we are picking up in the Roadhouse at the conflict. But as part of this combat has already taken place, we actually do have a new player. And Lucan, you have been assigned on this caravan to swap out with some of the other laborers to help build this road as you're sort of on this period of your life where you're wandering. You're sort of searching for some meaning or focus in life, right? At this point, you've arrived at the Roadhouse, and you've helped unload all of the crates, and you've basically witnessed this barbarian face off against one of the other guards, and it was pretty much called off by the owner of the establishment, Bogluck, this massive half-ogre, and everyone sort of retired for the night. So we thought. You're woken up in the middle of the night by screams of combat coming from the first level. Now, if you're looking at this map here, where's my little point? You are in this room with one of the other tradesmen and one of the caravan guards. And you're woken up immediately just by all this, and everyone else in your room is sort of looking around. What do you think the sounds are?
Not sure. They're coming from downstairs, and assume I've probably not been sleeping in my armor, but I will grab my shield and my mace and do as Mishakal calls me to do and go check out and make sure everything's okay.
So a bunch of people start exiting their rooms, and you see this little gnome that you actually saw on the caravan as well. Kind of vocal, but she's been hanging around a sort of a different group than you've been hanging out with. But she comes out and she sort of looks back over at you, and she's looking down. You see her just jump over on the other side of this small little railing on this upper level that you guys are standing on. And she sort of shimmies down one of the support poles to the bottom. And she's like, I'll go check it out. Don't you all worry. And she runs to the front door where, can I get a perception check from you, please, Lucan?
Yes. I got an 11.
You're pretty sure the sound didn't come from the front door, but she seems pretty intent as people are like getting up, like, what's going on? What's happening? And she's like, hey, everyone, look, I think I just saw some people outside. I think there might be some sort of ambush. More of those stupid frogs. Come on. And she like runs out the front door. And with her, people are starting to shuffle their way down the stairs, sort of following her lead. But you're noticing all sorts of people coming out on the lower level as well. From the rooms, and this is just all of the tradesmen that are going to be swapped out with, but also some of the guards and the actual commander of the caravan that had brought you here, Ardred. And of course, Bogluck stops out. He's like, "What's going on? What's the meaning of all this? We're supposed to be sleeping at this point." And one of the other the tradesmen sort of points to the front, like, "The little gnome said there was some sort of commotion, like some ambush outside." And he's like pulling up his breeches, trying to hold him around his waist as he's like calling out, "Guards! Caravan guards! Get your asses out there and go protect those wagons!" And you see guards, sort of calling in response and starting to move out. So you clearly know that a lot of the people are responded during this combat situation that you're overhearing, and they're all with so much vocalization and yelling orders and confirming orders back and forth. The din of the combat that you had initially heard that you believed was coming from the storage room is starting to die down, and it's getting sort of washed out by all these other sounds. But you are getting the feeling that because you clearly heard it from one place and someone is leading everyone in another place, that this might be an opportunity for you to gather your gear and investigate.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I will be gathering my gear. I'm going to try to don my armor as man-shamily as possible and head down the stairs and see if I can hear anything else that might be going on. I assume this is down the stairs here to get in the bottom floor.
Yeah. I'm having a hell of a time grabbing these tokens. What is going on? I'm going to have to refresh my browser here. So, you're basically like grabbing some of your armor and you're doing your best to throw it over your shoulder and putting on pieces as you're sort of moving. But there's a lot of screaming that's coming from outside. You hear this sort of explosion that happens out there, and that sort of gnome scream voice, the nasally annoying gnome voice sort of shouts out, "They're coming from all sides! Help!" As people are starting to run out to the front, out of the front doors as well.
Gnomish distraction at its finest.
So as people are just filing down, where are you headed? You see Bogluck moving toward the front door as well.
I'm going to also head towards the front door.
As you start to head toward the front door, you're sort of pulled a little bit to reflect back into that room, and you see what must be a reflection of some sort of light in there. You're not sure what it is, at this point what it is, but you still do hear some sort of commotion coming from your south.
Okay. I'm going to be slightly paranoid, and I kind of pause. I stare at the front door for a moment, but like you said, Mishakal might be pulling me towards the south here instead. So I will investigate through the light and see if there's any windows, cracks in the door, or anything like that I can just kind of peer through, see what's going on.
So the door itself, which is normally latched closed, and in some cases it's believed should have been locked, is just slightly ajar. And as you sort of look in, you can see there's light glinting off of armor in this very full storage room. And you see this, well, Elemier, describe yourself.
Elemier is a tall wood elf, a Kagonesti wood elf, who is even though in the game he's wearing chainmail, he's actually like I imagine him as wearing plate armor. He has a long sword, a shield. He has kind of a holy light about him, as if maybe he was a paladin or a cleric or something. Just a tall, slim, well-built wood elf man.
So someone that should not be in this storeroom in the middle of the night, and you can still hear sort of the sound of scuffling and combat even further inside from this room that you're peering into right now, Lucan.
Okay. I imagine Lucan at this point would want to gather the rest of the attention of everyone else around, but I'm assuming, kind of looking back, I try to call out. They probably don't hear me just given the commotion, but I'm going to investigate myself, seeing that it's just one wood elf. I'm going to barge through the door, mace at the ready, and you see a human bearing the symbol of Mishakal on his chest and what I also imagine is some sort of plate armor, but is wearing chain.
Mm-hmm.
Basically ready to go. He's ready to defend whoever might need defending and from whoever might be in here. So he looks ready to fight anything, but he also looks like he's standing tall.
It's about this time that combat from last session has ended. So Elemier, you hear this person bust in the door, and you hadn't really heard all the commotion that was going on outside in the main hall area because you were literally at the door with a bunch of combat happening, as just calling and fighting and swearing and dying is sort of drowning out the rest of the Roadhouse. So what do you do?
Yeah, Elemier would be surprised, I think, by the door opening and would like turn around as if to fight. But seeing are you human or?
I am a human, yes. It's a
Okay.
human bearing Mishakal's symbol on his chest.
Okay. I think Elemier would see the symbol right away and probably be like, "Oh, this is a strange meeting in the night, but any friend of or any disciple of Mishakal is a friend of mine, probably." My name is Elemier. What are you doing here?
My shield still stands ready, but I lower my weapon slightly. I was working with the commoners here, and I was just a laborer building along the road here. What are you doing here?
My business is my own at the moment, but I have friends below that are engaged, or were just engaged in combat with some frog species. But
So it was lizard men that you guys were fighting.
sorry, lizard men. Yeah. I think Elemier would be a little hesitant to like say anything because this person, he doesn't know them. He may, I don't know, would Elemier have seen him on the wagons at all? Or?
Give me a perception check. I mean, there's 12 laborers. There was a dozen guards as well. So the chance of you seeing him are definitely up there.
That's a 21.
Yeah, you've definitely seen him before. There was just no cause to go talk to him as you guys were, under your own missions and stuff. But yeah, you've definitely seen him.
So Elemier would be like, however, I have seen you in the wagon train before, and I've observed your noble bearing and your works to the, to the good of the company. Could you lend a hand, perhaps? We are seeking overwhelming adversity here. Or we are experiencing overwhelming adversity here.
So at this
I knew
point,
Mishakal guided me.
During the combat, or the sort of wind down of the combat for Kithris, Sato, Gunnar, and Garrick, you guys actually start hearing Elemier talking to someone in the other room. Now that you're just sort of, you dispatched the last foe, and you're all sort of looking around, checking like, is everyone okay? Are you guys all right? All right, what the hell? And then he's just like having a conversation in the other room. So what do you guys do? Just knowing that you guys are supposed to be quiet in the middle of the night. You just finished this very loud combat, and now Elemier is talking to someone.
Okay. Well, I imagine that Aurak will head to where Elemier is and just say, "El, who you talking to?"
I am not truly sure yet, but I believe this person could be a friend of ours. Perhaps they are a disciple of Mishakal.
Also bear my holy symbol as well, which is, as far as I'm concerned, not possible to get without being a part of the Holy Order of the Stars.
Right.
So if they might recognize that.
Yeah, the Paladin definitely does.
Okay.
So, did we ever find out what was in this room or anything?
There was
or-
a trap door that these Bacali were leaping out of. When you guys
okay.
were in the room that Elemier and Lucan were in, you heard them in the other room. You found this trap door, and you started to investigate. Then you came back out, and that's when they came in and jumped you.
Oh, okay. So, I just to Elemier and Garrick, whatever it is you guys are gonna do, we better make it quick because they're gonna.
Well,
something's
we've
gonna
got to
happen.
go. That's it. We just got to go.
You see a little gnome head peek in. What are you guys doing? You're making all sorts of noise. I have everyone outside, but they're going to be coming back here in a second. You better get out of there.
Is there not a tunnel below us?
There absolutely is right in this area right here.
Yeah. So, can we do a quick search in this room? I mean, super quick to see if there's anything valuable that would for our
I mean, that's really
investigation.
just visually glancing around, and
Yeah.
you don't see anything particularly valuable. Hey, Robert, how you doing, man?
So as I peeked and I told Garrick and Elmer, whatever it is you guys are doing over there, you guys got better make it quick. I start making my way down.
Yeah, Elemier will make his way down as well. If
Yeah.
we were to steal from this company, they would notice our leaving much more soon, I would imagine.
Right. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, well, I'll follow down as well. I'll literally poke my head round the corner, look at Luke and go, all right, I'm Gallic. We got to go.
All right, Lucan's a little shocked, but I recognize the gnome, and it sounds like I've got some trustworthy people here. I saw the Paladin. I'm gonna follow. Is anyone injured?
All right.
Great. Let me help.
I do a fireman slide down the ladder. Make it quick. Go down.
Showing off.
All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get the screen set up here as we're live. I apologize
Sorry,
about that.
apologize,
So as
guys.
you enter,
I,
oh, it's
alarm.
okay. As you guys enter into the tunnel, it's not very long, and you can actually see the night sort of like emanating out. It's really, really dark outside anyway. The moons aren't high in the sky, but it does give you an indication that the tunnel isn't very long. So you guys can race to the end of it if you want to get out of the tunnel. Otherwise, you can close the hatch behind you that was basically a hinged crate itself.
Let's cover our tracks.
Close the door, shut the hatch.
Right. Okay.
Is Jamna coming with us?
So yeah, she absolutely, as you're like reaching up to grab, she's like, "Wait for me, you big blockhead! I'm coming too!" And she jumps down right next to you. She's like, "Man, you take up a lot of this space. Oh, I haven't been it's been years since I've been in one of these little tunnels. Where are we going?"
Is there any way to jam the hatch closed from beneath, like quickly?
I mean, you guys are gonna have to come up with some sort of idea. There's no lock or anything on this side. I mean, what do you think about trying to improvise?
Do I have anything?
I see any tools around?
I think so.
If there was like metal loops we could stick something through, that would be convenient, but it doesn't sound like it.
Got a crowbar. Can I wedge the crowbar?
Yeah. You grab your crowbar and you jam it in through the wood into the frame of the floor itself. Just give me like a strength check real quick.
Okay.
See how well you're jamming it in there.
Oh, there's no way he's strong enough to do this. Do you want some help, Gunnar?
Yeah, you may need to give me a hand here, bud. From the last battle.
Your knees
Is
are
it at
like-
this point that I noticed the Draconian? How would I feel about Draconians right now?
You tell me. I mean, there's a stigma for sure.
As far as I'm concerned, Draconians are not friendly, but for some reason, this man is turning his back to one. So I'm gonna assume the latter here, that he's okay. He's all right. But I'm definitely shocked.
Yeah. No.
Found one of the good
tracks.
ones.
Kithris is 100% used to being ostracized and hated, so he's fine. He doesn't even register, I think.
Right.
So yeah, I would give Gunnar the help action, or I could roll whichever you would prefer, sir.
No, you guys can jam it in there, and you get it set so where you're very sure that this is going to at least hold for a little bit so you can get out of this tunnel. Jamna's sort of like sitting behind. She's like, no, angle up to the side. No, you're doing it all wrong. She's like knocking into Gunnar and Kithris the whole time, trying to tell you how to properly do it. Look, if you let me just reach into my pack, I can probably get some steam-powered strength on the back end of this. I could modify that crowbar so that if someone tried to open it...
Too loud.
What?
You're too loud, Jebna.
We need to go. We don't have time. This will do.
Well, why are you guys screwing around with the crowbar then? Let's go.
Okay, so we get the crowbar in there good and
All right.
secure.
Yeah.
All right. So let's
Let's boogie.
Point, and I'll go ahead and get through the tunnel.
Let me just grab this screen here so I can place it here. Sorry, I got to work with the other screens as well. All right, so you guys are inside of the tunnel. You can get to the end of the tunnel within minutes. You can hear a bunch of commotion outside, but it's pretty far away, and it sounds like it's pretty quickly moving from outside back inside. So what is your guys' plan when it comes to dealing with... what is your plan getting in here in the first place? I mean, are you looking for anything specific, or?
It's a straight tunnel that we know, isn't it? So
Right.
I just hoofing it down the tunnel because this is obviously how they're getting out the sort of
Roadhouse.
out.
Probably
some
follow
of
the tracks too from what we encountered and see if that leads us to anywhere.
Right. Okay. So as you guys get out, you can actually, like under here, you just get this real weird fungal scent. Just pure swamp right in your face, like mold and wet soil, but sort of stodgy and sour to the palate. As you're moving through, it just gets worse and worse, and it's completely dark. So you humans cannot see it all. You're really going by feel. Anyone with infravision of any sort, you can clearly see where it ends easily, but the dim light that is coming out or that is revealing itself from the end of the tunnel isn't enough to illuminate the inside of the tunnel. So, if you're near the back of the pack here, you're sort of looking up and over people's shoulders to get any semblance of any light at all. You eventually get to the end, and you can see that there's a bunch of sort of reeds piled up sort of against this opening, and sort of poking your head up and looking around. It's nighttime. There is no light from the moons. You don't remember it being cloudy when you guys retired into the Roadhouse, so you're not sure if this is just canopy cover or what else, or maybe all the moons are down or something, but it's completely dark outside, just with a little bit of ambient light from coming from what looks like search parties at the front. And as you guys are sitting and listening, can I get a perception check, please?
Perception from everybody?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'll make one
12,
for
look at
Sato.
this.
Thank you.
Elemier got a 19.
Oh, nice. All right, so anyone who got over a 15, it looks like Lucan, Garrick, Elemier,
Sato got a 15.
and so okay. So you guys are actually talking from Bog Luck saying, "Where's that blasted gnome? What the hell's the meaning of this?" And then instantly realizing that they were diverted, and they're like, "Get back into the safe house. Get in the safe room. We need to find out what's going on." So that they know that someone was in that room where you just came from, and they're going back into the Roadhouse to search it. Jammin is like, "I think we need to get out of here, guys. Come on."
Okay, well, I'll take a quick look around, see if I can see any tracks.
It looks pretty obvious. As you get out, you're looking at the ground, and there is just what look like sort of what you would imagine lizard feet looking like, sort of webbed, three-toed footprints all up and down this area of, varying depth in the mud and muck. But you're also seeing, like, further down as it goes deeper into the swamp itself, there's little markings on trees. So this is clearly a path that people are marking to go down.
Since Elemier has infravision and can see in the dark, I would like to cast Pass Without a Trace, which will allow us to get a +10 on our stealth rolls and leave no footprints.
Okay, just keep in mind if you guys are going stealthy, it's going to cut your speed down in half, and you're going to have to actively try to move slowly and carefully.
Oh.
I don't think
What do you
Pass
guys-
Without a Trace itself is going to do that. It's just if you're going to try to be stealthy, then
Right.
Would we still get the roll though? If never mind. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Go ahead.
yeah. I mean,
Do we-
are you guys going to try to be quiet and careful and slow, or are you just trying to go?
I think we just go at this
we
point.
put
Do you
it-
want to hide from them and then see if they just give up on us, or do you want to just keep going and find out where these tracks lead, and then they eventually just give up on us?
I say
It might be wise to use it for a little bit and then just run so that we at least will have a path way further out that they might not find.
Okay.
That we did jam the trapdoor, so we might have some extra time to play with.
Yeah. That ogre's strong though. So
True.
He's big.
Is it
maybe
worth
he's a
trying
plus.
to cast light right now, or is it just we're trying to just get away and I can see somewhat? Because
Yeah,
it looks like
there's-
we're mostly humans.
There's very dim light now that you're outside of the tunnel.
and then we have the dark vision too, so we can let
Yeah.
those that have
Light
that
would probably give our spot away.
and we can just follow. Yeah.
I will
So-
avoid doing that.
So Jamna
So-
is doing her best to get up in the front with Garrick, and she's like, "Look, there's tracks," which you obviously noticed. And she's like, "Look, there's marks on trees," which you clearly already saw. And she's like, "Look, I think down further, there's even little light globes. Come on, follow me. I thought you were a ranger. You should know this stuff already."
Well, that's why we've got you here. I'll grab Gunnar by his hand and shove it on my shoulder because I've got dark vision. Because I'm now a ranger, Gloomstalker
Dun,
ranger,
dun,
so
dun.
I can see. So I'll just like this way.
Okay.
So
Tell-
Kithris will bring up the rear because I also have dark vision, so I'll just make sure that no one's following us,
Right.
or that if they're following us, I can alert everyone early or quickly.
Right. Okay.
I'll be right in front of Kithris. This is probably the first. I'll mutter to my breath. First time I've put a Draconian behind me.
Right. Yeah, you're hoping that all of the lessons that you heard about these monstrous beings and how they worked for the dragon armies, and they're created from the eggs of good dragons, so they're just inherently evil and vile, is all wrong. As this person is right behind you. So
I wanted to see how Kithris would react to it, so I rolled my own insight check into how Lucan is acting, and it's like a 3, so it doesn't even doesn't register that this
Doesn't
guy
phase
is
him.
yeah, no, so he's just like, so you're the new guy, huh? That's I'm Kithris.
What a
We
coincidence.
have got to stop finding new people. This is insane.
All right, so it's really easy to get moving down. And as you're moving and you're sort of talking back there, Kithris, Jamna from the very front yells back at you, "Shut up back there! You guys are really loud!" Like breaking the silence.
loud.
Killer. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, are they always
Kithris
like
will be-
this? Pointing over to Garrick.
Yeah.
I feel like the gnome's voice carries through the swamp more than anyone else in the party, but sure, it's Kithris's fault. That's fine. Once
Right.
again, blame the Draconian.
So you guys are just hauling tail as quickly as you can safely go in the middle of the night, in the middle of the jungle, with Solanary just a little sliver in the sky that you're starting to see breaking through the canopy. And it is, in fact, a pretty clear day. It's also pretty cold outside as you're stepping through what is becoming more and more swamp-like terrain. What was probably going to be frozen in the morning, you're just feeling this crunch of mud underneath your feet as you're getting deeper and deeper into this sort of boggy terrain. But you have these marked trees every once in a while, and you see these little totems hanging from branches every 12 or so feet. So you know you're going in a direction. What direction that is, you're not entirely sure. Garrick, you know that you're heading kind of like southeast at this point. No idea what could possibly be in that direction, but at what point are you guys gonna like? Are you gonna stop and take rests or anything like that? Because you're gonna have traveled an hour or so.
Does it feel like, with Kithris being in the back, is it obvious that we've been followed? Does anyone seem to be close, or like, do we kind of seem to be in the clear at this?
You haven't seen anything, so I don't know how you'd interpret that, but it doesn't seem like anyone's actively following you.
Injured.
So Kithris is gonna play the telephone game, and he's gonna like tap Lucan on the shoulder, like, "Hey, pass it along. I haven't seen anybody in a while." And then he'll just wait.
Call forward for a second, and then I tap forward and pass it along.
Yeah, I mean, if we need to rest, we can probably get off the beaten path too, and just find a secure spot.
Perhaps now would be the time for stealth, or
yeah, just to cover our tracks at that point in case if they are coming from up behind us, and then maybe we can ambush them. You know, so instead of them getting the jump on us, or just let them go.
Well, we could just take a short rest, couldn't we? Just a breather.
How long is a short rest again with you?
It's an hour, right?
Short rest is like 4 hours.
Oh,
a short rest in 5th edition's an hour.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my bad.
If you guys sit down with me for a minute, I believe I have a prayer that could help us.
I'm good on health myself.
Yeah, I meant like I could give us the benefits of a short rest within 10 minutes. So if that's something we need to do, that's something that you guys need to do. We can sit down and pray for a moment.
You have to hold hands.
Do you also pray to Mishakal? Is that
to Mishakal?
Yeah. We had a friend that used to pray to Mishakal all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do as well. And I mean, I assume you've probably seen the symbol on my chest by now, but it's also ragtag thrown on as I tried to throw my armor on sideways, basically. But yeah, so I'll hold everyone together for a moment, and for about 10 minutes here, I'll use a prayer of healing so you guys can get the benefits of a short rest and also regain 2d8 hit points.
Are you doing this on the trail, or are you going off the trail?
Assumed off the trail.
Okay.
Thought that was what Gunnar was talking about.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. And then I don't know. Did you want to cast that where it hides our tracks, and then we can just?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea personally.
I do too. So then that'll cover us, and then no light. We'll just rely on those that can see in the dark, and then we'll just hide in the shadows and just rest up for an hour, and then see if we're clear, or if we're not clear, we'll allow them pass, and we'll just try to just hide in the shadows here.
Right.
And
well, we won't need a short rest if we do the prayer of healing, but
just 10 minutes.
I just feel like we're leaving a long line of tracks from that trap door, and I want to separate ourselves from that. That's all.
No, let's do it.
All right.
I would make my way up to Garrick and be like,
do our tracks look like the other tracks that we're following, or are they definitely going to know that it's us?
Because you said this was like an
they're
established
definitely
path.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is you're moving further and further into the bog, and so the tracks become less and less of an issue. It's really about knowing what signals that are like sort of marks on the trees in order to go in the right direction at this point than it is seeing actual footprints at all. But your footprints were seriously obvious outside of the actual secret pathway.
Okay.
Well, I'll just look down at Kithris's feet. Does Kithris wear shoes? Being that he's a Draconian.
Yeah, inquiring minds.
They wear boots?
You know, I don't know if we've ever discussed it.
Or do they have clawed feet? Because he'll just look down, and if he's wearing shoes, he'll go, "Oh, I didn't realize you were wearing shoes." And otherwise, he'll just go, "I don't think lizard men wear shoes."
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this is the first time it's ever come up in the campaign. So I don't know. I know that he's got like chainmail armor he wears for everything else, but I don't know if he would wear shoes or not. I guess.
Do you have like
all we know is that you don't have lips?
Do you have lips?
No, well, he has no lips. We already established he can't whistle. So we know that he doesn't have But I don't know. Would Draconians in this world? I guess none of the other ones probably are wearing shoes, even the ones that are rolling around in.
Yeah, it's totally up to you. I mean, whether you would obviously have to groom your feet like anyone else if you're going to be wearing, armored shoes and stuff like that. But if you want to just go free foot like a hobbit, there's no problem with that.
Yeah, I think he goes free foot like a hobbit. I think that it's like all chainmail down to and then it stops at his ankles, and then there's just his big old clawed draconian feet. I don't think he wears
Well,
boots.
he'll just look down at your feet and say, "I don't think lizard men wear shoes."
Well, no,
Or I signed up
obviously.
for.
I mean, how are you going to fit this into a boot?
So I think they'll notice our shoes.
Yeah.
Jamna comes over and she's like looking at your feet. I could actually make you some really nice boots if you're interested. I could even make them steam powered. They'd be a little bit bulky, but they'd get you where you're going a lot faster.
Okay.
Powered
Maybe
out.
not right this second, but yeah, I'll take magic boots. That sounds cool.
So I just want to understand the process. So you guys have you cast your spell. You sort of called out to Kiri-Jolith to help hide your marks as you move off of the trail into the deeper swamp area, still within reasonable distance. How far are you moving off the trail?
So I'd say Kithris would stop within so I have infravision out to 60, so he would stop so that he could at least see where this path was to kind of keep track and is someone coming up. So we're probably only maybe 50 feet off the beaten path, trying to, because I still want to try to see if someone's following us or if we have someone coming up behind us. So
Right. So about 60 feet, you think?
yeah, so it'd be right at the edge of
And then
56.
when it comes to the ritual, this is something that you're going to have to be chanting or praying and constantly vocalizing a call to your god Mishakal, right?
This is a voice, and I pray to Mishakal, and she grants us healing and grants us rest as we
It's just
gather ourselves for the long night.
a 10-minute process of you doing that in lieu of casting the spell. And so your focus is drawn inward to your divinity, to your connection to your goddess, and everyone else is just being quiet nearby, but clearly he is still, even if it's under his breath, making some sort of sound in the darkness. And what you guys are noticing now is the sort of sounds of frogs and the scurrying of lizards around you, and you see something dark in shape sort of fly past your heads in the night sky, and you're starting to become incredibly aware of a living swamp all around you. You were so focused on getting away from where you're leaving, not sure where you're even heading toward, and now you're in the middle of this swamp off of the trail with a praying cleric, gnome who's talking about steam-powered shoes, literally in the middle of nowhere. And you're like, how the hell did we get, where are we going? So Jamna,
I feel like this is an average Tuesday for this group. I don't, nothing that we have done since we started this campaign has been normal or quiet. So this is probably, just average.
All right.
Yeah, Elemier would have cast Pass Without Trace and been like, look, we need to quiet down, guys. This is a living swamp. There are creatures out here. We don't know this area. Let's all tone it down and go stealth mode, dark.
And the prayer then.
As you see above table, what do we get the benefits of a short rest, and then how much health do we each get back from that?
It's your hit die, right? That we roll.
I get to
think that with the
roll.
spell he
I
rolls.
roll it right here. Yeah. So I will roll. Oh, no, not that one. Almost rolled the wrong one. There we go. Not bad. 15 HP to anyone who needs it.
Oof.
Nice.
That put me on top.
Yep, I'm topped off.
Yeah, what's up?
And you can hit the short rest.
Perfect.
So
And my
when
prayer
you're-
finishes, and I quiet down.
as you finish up your prayer, and everyone just feels renewed and sort of touched, just
Seto is
by the
still
peaceness
down
of it.
quite a bit, but I can't
Oh,
heal
good.
him.
Oh, what was his? I'll add it right now.
He was like 15 out of like 40 or something. I don't know if there's a way for you to heal him or
Yeah. How much was the bet?
15.
Thank you. So we'll go to 30. Cool. All right. So you guys feel renewed. You're sort of stretching your arms. You're like, yeah, this is nice. But in that entire 10 minutes, you heard all sorts of sounds just from the swamp itself. You didn't hear anything of anyone approaching, any other Bakali traveling to or from on this pathway. You're just sort of out here in the middle of nowhere alone. Sort of asking
Sounds like
yourselves why. I mean, there's a couple natural questions that should be arising. One, what were those Bakali doing in that secret area? What are we doing and where are we headed? Like, what is your goal now that you've escaped the Roadhouse from potential trouble with Bog Luck? What's your goal now?
Wasn't there, when we were going down that path, you were saying there's some small sparkles of light down the distance?
Yeah,
Did I hear that right?
it's indications of the trail itself in the darkness. So those little markers are just indicators that this is where you need to go to stay on the trail itself. So this is a traveled pathway. You're just not sure where it goes.
Let's take it and see where it goes at this point.
Well, I'm guessing that the Bakali may be there to move the stuff out of their secret safe room, because everyone, by all accounts, nothing ever leaves. So I'm thinking they're taking their contraband goods this way.
And that's, are we supposed to look for that, the location or what they're actually doing here?
Yeah. And Gemma reinforces that. She's like, yeah, I mean, I figure this is probably definitely where they're taking the stuff. I just wonder where it goes. It's kind of exciting, don't you think? We're in the middle of the night, in the middle of a swamp. What kind of big lizard is going to come eat us next or something?
Or
Well,
you guys.
we did see something rather large fly over us earlier, so
Wait a second.
Well,
Are there dragons in the swamp?
Yeah, I'm right here. I've been here since we walked out of the tunnel.
No, I mean like actual scary ones, not goofy ones.
right, time to go. I'll
stealthily.
stealthily head my way back to the path.
Kithris, I think this cuts Kithris. He's like, okay. Okay.
I can be scary.
All right, so let's start heading
I'm
down.
bigger than Gunnar.
All right, so you've already moved about an hour away from the actual building. Now you're just aimlessly following this trail, which again is pretty simple to follow, but you're getting to a point where you're starting to see the glow of the night sky turning to early dawn. As you know, everything is starting to light up and you guys are continuing to move on and you don't see an end to this trail. If someone is actually continuously doing this with crates, I mean, they got to be, you know, they're getting their cardio in on a regular basis, because this is exhausting for you guys just going all night. And the fact that you have gone all night, you did have a short rest, but you still are getting sort of tired just from the hour. The rush of adrenaline from battle and that wearing down from escape. You're sort of starting to get a little bit worried that, are you even supposed to be going down this trail? You're not sure what's on the other end of this. How far into the morning are you going to continue on this path? Because there doesn't seem to be any end.
Is there any indication as we go down this path that there's a stopping point, or does it just seem like it just goes on forever?
At
Does it
this
seem
point,
like
it
anyone
seems
else
like it's
has
going on
stopped along the-
forever. I mean, you guys have been moving for like 3 hours at this point.
Perhaps it might be wise to settle for the day and hide ourselves until the night again.
They catch up.
I think so, and see if we can see what any clues we can pick up.
Maybe figure out where we're at.
Yeah.
You know,
So
Does
what?
anybody have a familiar or anything?
Yeah,
that we
well,
could
I've
use
got
to-
my familiar. I can always send out my owl to go and have a scout of the area while we're resting. I can do it online if someone wants to rest with me because I can't
You
see.
guys think we're gonna find any more of those weird frog guys?
If we're
Yes.
lucky, yeah.
Maybe we should have killed all the frog guys. They could probably be helpful. I bet they know the swamp.
Kithra starts looking around for bullywugs.
Lifting rocks? Nope.
What's
Nope,
the survival like here? Are we needing food, water, or how are we tracking that?
I mean, at this point, you've only been gone a few hours, so the survivability isn't really an issue. But most of you guys have hard iron rations from when you started the trip. You were being fed by the caravan, and then once you got to the Roadhouse, you guys were fed there as well. So, I mean, you're looking a few days before you really need to start worrying. But I'm not. If you're asking if I'm tracking it, we're not tracking. You know, that's not really a big issue in this. If we end up wandering around for 40 days and 40 nights, then it'll be a real issue. But up
Right.
until that point.
I agree then. Settle for the day probably, and we can.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd at least like to figure out who I'm traveling with here and what we're doing in the middle of the swamp and what you guys were doing and where we're going next.
Yeah, and what the point is. Because, again, everyone else here, you guys know what has been going on. Lucan's brand new. He's just been following you guys since the Roadhouse. So is there at any point you guys are going to like address like, hey, what the hell are you doing here? What's going on?
I kind of imagine that Elemier would have been having conversations with him throughout the way about like why we're all together and what we've been doing and stuff. Just friendly conversation,
Right.
quiet.
Kithra's
Scared
just
to talk
assumes he's
about.
the new guy.
Yeah, I'm not scared to talk
I
about
don't-
my purpose. Lucan is seeking to rebuild a shrine to Mishakal back home, and he's searching for one last piece, but he doesn't know where or what it is. But he trusts that Mishakal will guide him to it, and that the Blue Lady will provide that final piece to the shrine. So he's decided to venture out and is looking. So he joined on as a laborer, and now he's following you guys because he felt a pull.
Where's home for you?
Yeah.
What's that?
Either you're being trolled by Mishakal or there's a good reason.
Elemier asked him where's home.
Where is home? It is wherever the Holy Order of the Stars needs me to be.
Yeah, so you trained probably at the Library of Planthus in Library of Paladin in Temple of Paladin in Planthus. That's really where most of the good priests go for their schooling, and that takes a good portion of your life. And then once you set out from there, it's kind of up to you. I mean, you clearly stayed close to home where you were crafting the shrine, correct?
Yes, it's likely near Palanthus. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if there's any local areas there that would provide good haven for me, but grew up with mother, father, and not too different of a story from that.
Yeah. So he's probably got some Solamnic in his background. Not necessarily knights, but the nation of Solamnia. And you know, just
I
that
think
type.
at some point, Kithris will like,
Do you know Elowen? She's about yay tall. But she's got braids, little dwarf lady. She likes Mishakal too.
and like he would try to see if he knows who Elwyn is.
I
He assumes
don't
that
think I've
they're
heard
all
of
they're all
Elwyn.
buddies if they're all following Mishakal.
They're all the
so.
same, yeah.
I don't think I've heard of an Elwyn. I wish I'm sure I could at some point, and I'm still getting used to this idea that I'm even speaking to a Draconian right now. It seems pretty unrealistic, but I'm getting more used to him now that he's been behind me for 3 hours.
Yeah. Smelling you when you're
He's
not
also,
looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He doesn't have boundaries necessarily, so he just butts into conversations, and yeah, he's just kind of there. So at some point he would kind of like try to describe Elwyn and kind of talk about who she was, that she was part of our group, and that she was a cleric too, and just kind of I don't know, it's kind of just aimless thought train that just keeps coming at you.
Right. So the sun is finally peeking out, and Garrick, can you see through your familiar's eyes, or are you just getting this mental
Yeah.
communication?
No, I can see and talk to him as long as he's within. I think it's 100 and something feet. Yeah, within 100 feet. So I'll just be sending him out just to about 100 feet. He can go further, but then I can't. I lose my telepathic connection with him.
Yeah. Well,
and
you're
then he
getting an
has to come back.
indication that he's going to go out a little bit further, and he'll be right back. He's just
Okay.
saying, just sending that thought of scouting a little bit, be right back.
Yeah.
And in his absence, you're sort of just overhearing the random conversation of the group, and Jamna's trying her best to explain thermodynamics to Gunnar, who is clearly not listening at all. And then you suddenly get this cue in back from your familiar saying that there's actually a camp a couple hours up ahead.
Okay. Well, I'll call him back to me, and I'll look to the group. I found the camp about 2 hours away from here.
I definitely thought that was going to be you sense your familiar dying.
Just sees a teeth and a tongue.
Damn it! What do you like?
Well,
Okay,
once-
so
once
what's
nightfall
the-
comes, we should travel.
Aye.
and then what's the plan? Are we gonna just stroll into camp, be like, "What's up, dudes?" Or are we gonna?
Good point.
Well, we could scout it out just from the outskirts. So I could send my familiar back in, or we could just sneak about for a bit, see what
Yep.
we can see.
Scout and see what we can pick up.
Did the familiar pick up, see any life forms, any creatures?
He
You'll
was
get
out of my range at
indication of
that point. I couldn't tell you.
So how long are you
uh,
going to stay here before you head out?
Till dark, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Right,
so
like use the night as cover.
Are
head up.
we? Kithris would kind of ask, like, are we trying to like take a nap and sleep before then, or are we just like hanging out? What are we doing?
How dense is the tree cover above us?
I mean, you're seeing breaks through the canopy overhead, but and it's it's sort of sparse where I would imagine you guys would want to try to stay tucked in a little bit and not out in the open. But I mean, you tell me. There's enough places where you can find shade and stuff like that if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'd try to hide kind of in the vegetation a little bit. And then Kithris would look to Gary and be like,
I feel bad. I never asked. What is your owl's name? I don't want to just keep calling him Owl. That's weird. But can
Clyde.
he go? Clyde?
Yep.
Can
Twist.
Clyde go back and see if someone's following us?
Sure, I'll send Clyde back. So he'll send Gwistor back.
No, that's totally on brand for
Or
Kithris.
Geestor. He'll send Geestor back. But yeah, he'll on his while everyone's resting, he'll keep him close around and send him as far back as possible to sit on a branch, basically overlooking the path. Doing owl stuff.
Right. Okay. So as the owl moves off, it sort of breaks away. I'm going to need, what's your guys' passive perception? Gunnar, what's your passive perception?
12.
Kithris?
Also 12.
Lucan?
16.
I'm sorry?
16.
Oh, nice. Garrick?
18.
And Elemier and Sato?
13 and 11, respectively.
All right. So Lucan
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say, I'm
Garrick,
pretty sure
you hear the shifting of foliage coming from deeper inside of the swamp, just from your back, sort of the opposite direction of where the trail was after you sent the owl off. And you sort of just out of curiosity, sort of turn your head and you see this massive mound of vegetation shamble its way toward you aggressively. I'm going to need some initiative here.
Oh god.
I'm going to yell time to go and try to get everyone's attention.
Let me just set this up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Kithris and Gunnar, like, we just hit stuff. We don't look at things. We wait for other people to be like, "Hey, hit stuff," and then we're there.
Trees are moving.
Oh boy.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Seto got a dirty 20 as well.
I got a 22.
So let's see. 20. Sato got a 20.
Got some great rolls.
Garrick, I'm showing a 20. So
I got an
11
18.
for Lucan and Elemier, and Gunnar got an 18.
Well, Elemier is a 14. I think.
All right, I just updated it. All right, so Garrick, you hear this shape moving behind you guys, and you turn around and you see this massive vegetative form sort of shambling toward you in this sort of unnatural way with vines thick draping around it, sort of undulating in its movement. What do you do?
Okay. Well, I'll immediately swing round, call out to the rest of the party that we've got contact to the rear, and I'll loose a crossbow bolt at it.
Oh my gosh, there's something here!
Where's the gnome?
So that's a
Oh,
13.
Yeah, where is she?
21, sorry, to hit.
She's controlling the shambling. I'm sorry, it was a 13 to hit, you said?
21 to hit.
Oh,
Sorry.
jeez. 21 hits for sure. You see the bolt just be enveloped inside of this being, this
So it's
vegetation.
only 4 damage, but I do push it back 10 foot.
And now, is that for large creatures as well?
I believe. Oh, I should have. Let's have a look.
I'm going to add Jamna really quick.
Away from you, if it is large or smaller. Yeah, large or smaller.
Okay.
So
about 10 feet. So it shoots, and for some reason, as soon as it like swallows inside of its vegetative body, it sort of like shuffles back a little bit, and it almost looks like it voluntarily did it just because you can't really see limbs or a form other than this just mass of plant life as it's shuffling ever closer. Anything else, Garrick?
no, that'll be it for me.
All right, Kithris, you're up.
Seeing Carrick just like lash out at this thing's like, so we're not asking for directions. Got it. He will. We don't know what we're doing here in the swamp. Can I close the distance to the mound?
Where
Looks
are
like
you?
it's like from like with the little ruler. It looks like it's 25-ish
yeah.
feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah, with seeing that Garrick's just like, attacking it, he'll rush forward and he will just pull out. Actually, he's gonna keep a little bit of distance and he will pull out his halberd, because I can get some reach with that, and try to poke it back a little bit. And he'll take a couple swings. It's a 21 for the first one.
21 hits.
And the second attack is a crit.
So you bring out your halberd and you're just like jabbing it, slicing off at it, and you're just seeing pieces of plant life falling, but it's just sort of replacing with new vines and leaves and all that.
This thing is so weird.
It's a total of 24 damage for both hits.
Thank you.
Nice.
As you're cutting it, you're not even sure you're actually doing anything to it at all. So with that natural 20, did you double the physical damage of it?
I just rolled the D&D Beyond like crit damage, so it rolled.
Gotcha.
It just doubled the dice for me.
Okay.
But yeah, he's just sitting. He's like, "Are we making salad? What is this thing?" And he's just
Anything else on
swinging
your
at it here.
turn?
No, I don't think I have. At this point, he's just attacking this thing. I don't think he has a reason to do anything else, so that'll be it.
All right, Sato, you're up.
Sato is going to, let's see, he's going to cast Hunger of Hadar on the creature, on the area that the creature is in right now, and kind of like, just where it's at. I don't want to use, I don't want to put it in front of him because it'll make the creature's area difficult to terrain for us as well. So I would imagine Sato would like whisper an invocation to the Great Old One and manifest a 20-foot radius sphere of darkness centered on a point within range and lasting for the duration. It is difficult terrain. It's filled with strange whispers and slurping noises, which can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures within it are blinded. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn must take a dexterity saving throw or take acid damage.
So is this radius 20 foot or just a 20-foot space?
It's a 20-foot radius sphere of darkness, like centered on him.
All right, so Kithris is enveloped in darkness, and everyone on the outside sees nothing on the inside. Is there any save on that spell at all?
Actually, could I place it so that its veil is at the front of the creature? That's kind of what I was getting at. So that nobody in our... Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys, the creature disappears into darkness.
Oh, shit.
Oh, are we done?
So there's no, like, is there any effect other than just the darkness?
It is blinded, and it's
Doesn't it do
difficult
some damage?
terrain in that sphere.
Right. And
So
is
when
there
it starts
anything
it-
hold? What's the name of the spell?
Hunger of Hadar.
Hunger of Hadar. I'm just looking it up really quick. So it's a concentration up to a minute. Appears centered on the ground. So there's nothing holding this creature from
No.
moving at all. Okay.
No,
Is there anything else
I
Sato's going to do?
I should have used something else, but what's up?
Is there anything else Sato's going to do?
No, that's it.
All right. Gunnar, you're up. So you're muted, by the way.
You're muted.
Do we continue fighting it, and I just go to the group? It's
You don't even see it at all.
yeah. It looks like it's gone now, and use that as cover, and let's bolt. Or do we fight it?
We could at least move back and make a more tactical attack of it.
Okay.
So what are you
Well,
going to do?
Right now.
Quick above table question looking at this map here. Is there any elevated terrain, or is this all just flat at this point?
This is all just flat in this area. I mean,
Okay.
it's, there's
No,
no,
I
like, cliffs or
asked.
anything.
Yes, I'm just asking just because like sometimes it's hard to know just looking at the map. But yeah, so
Right.
okay.
Oh, that's totally fair. No, it's pretty much just all, flat terrain in here. It is during the day. I mean, it's the middle of the day, and you see this globe of darkness surround this area, enveloping this creature. So
I
it
got
didn't
excited
just
to use a
disappear.
warlock.
As I said, but we've never seen Sato because Sato hasn't been with the group that long yet either. So like I don't think we've ever seen him do something like this.
No, yeah, you're right.
That's true.
So Gunnar, what's your action you're taking?
Hope I didn't mess it up for him.
So, if you want to do a more tactical, get something that's more advantageous for us, I'm all for it.
Or at least just move back. 'cause
So are you
they're
going to take
probably-
any action on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move back here. And I'm gonna ready myself.
What's
Actually,
the
I'm
trigger for your
gonna ready a javelin. So if this thing comes out of there, then I'm gonna toss one at it.
Okay. Elemier, you're up.
Elemier is going to do the same thing. He's going to move back and ready a javelin.
Okay.
I think at the same time, everyone can get behind us if they want. They don't have
Shanna's
anything
like, that's a
runs-
great idea. I'm going to stand behind the big, strong guy. You give me cover. She's sort of looking between your arms as you've got your javelin out and you're like ready to throw it.
Oh, jeez.
Lucan, you're up.
I believe that Sato is still slightly injured. I probably see that after he casts his spell. So I'm going to give him a quick little top off and heal him up. We'll cast Cure Wounds on him
Oh, nice.
using my thing there. And I get to re-roll one of those dice because it's a 1, but I don't know how to roll that just by itself. So
You
I'm
could
gonna
just do
roll
a
physical dice.
D6 in the on the bottom left-hand side. There should be like a little die icon that you can just click on.
Yes, and it should be another D8. So
Oh,
I get to re-roll that 1. So it was a 5.
nice.
Instead of 14, it'd be he's full.
Nice.
And then I will also move back behind everyone else. I'm not sure what the distance is for that.
Guys, it's just salad. Don't be afraid.
There you go,
So
yeah.
there is a
I'll
little
move back
ruler
about
icon in
there.
the VTT itself.
Yep.
Let me just do a quick reference. It's not as intuitive
Cool.
as some other ones. All right, so the mound itself just sort of stumbles forward, breaks through this plane, looks right in front of it, and just starts bashing down on Kithris.
Does take that cold damage at the start of his turn.
Cold damage. Okay, what's the cold damage on that?
3.
3, so he takes 1 cold damage. He's resistant. I mean, and there's no indication. You just see a little bit of frost at the fringes of some of the foliage just sort of melt and shake away as it walks forward and attacks Kithris with these 2 massive limbs that sort of move vegetation up almost like vines and just slam down. So the first one, Kithris, you jump out of the way of it, bringing your halberd up to parry off this massive vine. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button. And the second one comes in at 22, slams across you. You take 13 bludgeoning damage from it as it just bashes you. And it feels like a tree trunk just smacked right into your side.
Yeah.
Garrick, you're up.
Ow.
Okay, well, Garrett will move back next to Jamna.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Gunnar, Elemier, toss your javelins.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. I don't want to jip you out of that.
So 17
17 hits.
for
Toss
5
it, sort
damage.
of arcs slightly and just buries right into this creature and it's just swallowed inside of the form. What about you, Gunnar? You're muted.
The drastic, that's silly mute button. I'm gonna rage. So I haven't done that yet. And then I'm
So
gonna
you
toss-
can't rage on because you're not on your turn. You're on a reaction from your turn at this point. So your
Even if it's a
reaction
bonus
has to be
action?
that you throw that off. You would have had to have done that on your bonus action on
Yeah.
your turn.
Okay, so
Oh,
24.
nice. Buries goes right past Kithris's face and just buries right into this shambling mound. Give me some damage.
6.
Okay. You see the form move slightly from the force, but it doesn't really respond at all. You're not even really getting any sounds other than just the moving of this vegetative mound itself. All right, I'm sorry, Garrick, you're up.
Yeah, no, so Garrick will just move back to where Jamna is whilst reloading his heavy crossbow.
It's like, how about you get that damn thing?
And that'll be his turn.
Okay.
Just reloading.
Kithris.
Kithris is gonna switch back to no, he'll keep his helmet out. He'll just kind of stab at this thing and try to like push it back. And be like, where are you guys going? I thought we were fighting this thing. That's a 13 for the first one.
You cut off some like little leaves that are just dangling on the side of it, but you effectively miss it.
Nothing happens, yeah. Second one is a 24 to hit.
You hack into the main lump. It's lump.
Perfect.
It's in your head.
So that is going to be 9 damage.
Nice.
And then with this, you see he's going to do his psionic strike with it. So you see kind of, it seems like this energy kind of builds up around Kithris a little bit. And as he hits it, it is going to just do some extra damage. So once on each turn, immediately after you hit a target within 30 feet of yourself and deal damage to it, I can expend a psionic energy die and deal extra force damage to it.
Force damage, okay.
And so it's going to be an additional.
I'm just going to do
6.
the 6 on it because I already did the other damage.
Perfect.
So you see like some of the vegetation sort of blast apart from it and it sort of like shudders backwards and then it sort of just reforms together as it sort of leans back into you. Anything else in your turn, Kithris?
He's just gonna be like, "Remind me not to eat salad anymore," and then I guess
Salad bar sucks.
Yeah, this is iceberg lettuce now with the yeah.
He's gonna. No, I think he's gonna stay there because he sees that Sato's still right behind him, and I think he's
Just leave Sato out there.
Well, yeah, he's just out of like a protective
Yeah,
instinct.
yeah.
He's gonna, he's tired of losing people in this group, honestly. So he's gonna stand his ground in front of the mound here.
I appreciate it. All right, Sato, you're up.
All right. I feel bad. I think if there's any way to be like, oh, Sato didn't use magic in front of his friends, maybe he just threw some daggers or something, because I don't think Sato would have actually used magic yet. I don't know. It seems like he's role-playing to not do that. So perhaps this turn at least, Sato would just throw his dagger at the creature.
Okay. I know Sato does have this ability to manifest a weapon with his warlock power, and that's what he's done in the past. But you're still going to do damage to this thing on its turn because it's still partially in it, as long as you maintain this spell.
True. Yeah, that's true. I know. I'm concentrating on it. I just feel like he was trying to roleplay as not using his magic. I haven't seen him use any other magic except summoning his sword.
Right.
So
Well, it's his fault for not being here, not yours. So don't sweat.
Yeah. True. All right. Well, in that case, yeah, I'll just throw my dagger. He misses, but he will retain concentration on the spell. And I forgot to mention it because I thought it was going to move out all the way, but the last turn he would have taken 2d6 acid damage.
Oh, wow.
For being inside of it. So that's 8 acid damage. And then it also would have taken 2d6 frost damage again.
Well, it took it on its turn, so it would be taking that on its turn again, right?
Okay, that's right. Yep, so just the acid damage.
Okay. You're seeing some of the vines sort of being eaten up by that acid, and the fumes are sort of reaching up into the air, just the noxious fumes that you're sort of inhaling directly, Kithris, as you're fighting it right in front of it. Okay, so Sato, are you going to move, or are you going to stay where you are?
Yeah, Sato's also going to move. Good call. He's going to move back to the group.
All right.
Gunnar, I finally found something that smells worse than you.
Gunnar, you're up.
I laugh. Hold my beer, buddy. Here I come. I'm just gonna. He needs help. I don't think he's gonna be able to make it back here to meet the rest of us without taking a beating here. So I look at Elemier and I go ahead and I rage and I just help Kithris.
Just charging. Battle axe held high. Roll the hit.
I am going to use my reckless. Get the name of the damn thing here. It gives me advantage on each attack, but on the next turn you get advantage to attack me if you choose to.
Well, I will now.
All right.
I was going to ignore you, but now.
Okay. First attack. That's probably going to miss out of 9.
Yeah. It misses.
I'm a rolling advantage though, so that's probably good. 17 hit on the first
17
attack.
does hit.
Okay, roll for damage.
Hack into it. Some of these limbs sort of dangle and drop down.
15.
15, nice.
And
Yeah, you see part of it just crash down on the ground.
Nice. And then advantage on my second attack here.
I'm glad your dice
Me.
rolls are working today.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy, huh? Dirty 20.
Yeah. But roll again. You might get a natural 20.
Okay.
Was that your advantage roll?
Yeah, on my second attack, but this is now, so
Okay.
that would be my second roll.
So
for
your
my
dirty
second.
20, you hack into it again. Give me some damage.
All right, roll for damage. Ooh, that's going to be another good one. 15.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it is clearly bloody at this point. You just run up to it and you're just tearing it apart. Like pieces of vegetation are just dropping and flying all around you as you're screaming and breathing heavy at it. It's more damage than Kithris has done. He's been here the whole time. Just have to throw that out there. Is anything else for you, Gunnar?
I kind of look at it after I'm done. I go, God, what really stinks is your form. We need to work on that later.
Elemier, you're up.
Look, I'm fine. I've got this. Calm down.
Elemier sees his friends charging into battle, and I think the excitement of slaying a monster would probably get a hold of him, and he's going to run down, which I have just enough room to do if I'm 35 feet. So he will run down.
Walking through the swampy ground. Just
and he's going to make his attacks. If he hits, he's going to use a spell. So let's see.
No, seriously, guys, I've got this. It's fine.
He raises his long sword, and I guess a test 10 probably misses, right?
10 does miss.
Yeah, so on his second attack, he brings his sword around, and a natural 20.
Slice right into it.
He's
Nice.
going to use Searing Smite on this attack, which will, in addition to the damage, be doubled, and it basically, when you hit the target, it takes an extra 1d6, so now 2d6 fire damage. At the start of each of its turn, until the spell ends, the target takes 1d6 fire damage and then makes a Constitution saving throw. So it basically just lights it on fire until it saves on the throw. It's not a concentration or anything like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
So let me know which is the slice damage
Yeah.
and which is the fire damage.
So do you do damage times full damage times 2, or what is it?
It's just the physical damage that's times 2.
Okay, so it would be a 16 plus 3, so 19 slashing damage.
Nicely done.
And
hack into it.
The fire damage is going to be just 5. But that's all.
Okay.
Yep.
So you
that's
see
his
the
turn.
fire almost instantly go out as just the innate moisture of this thing just sort of puts it straight on out. The spell is still, happening until it's turn. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah. No, that's all.
All right. Jamna, I got to look at her really
Okay.
quick. Just give me 1 second.
She has a bazooka.
She's got all sorts of cool stuff. What she's going to do is she doesn't know anything about this creature. She's just going to move out, point her finger, whisper some arcane language underneath her breath, and you see this ray shoot directly out of her finger at this creature. I got to see if there's a dexterity roll here. On a hit, so it's a spell attack. So it unfortunately goes right between Gunnar and Elemier and off into the darkness beyond, and nothing happens. She's like, I meant to do that. Get out of my way, Gunnar! Gosh! All right, Lucan, you're up.
See, I'm not the only one that thinks you're a problem.
The Draconian's growing on me. Lucan rushes forward and saw I could get him to like right here, just out of range, but I saw that Kithris got hit by what was essentially a tree. Kithris, are you okay? As I run up and
its bark is definitely worse than its whatever. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm still going to throw a healing word towards him.
You should not, just because of that.
I mean, the "Are you okay" part was the healing word. I already know he's not
Like,
okay.
I'd take it back if I could.
So yeah, I'll throw this out really quick. Not one less level is my payment for that. You'll heal 12 HP as I
Nice.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's
cast
a
my
good
hand
deal.
out towards you.
Yeah, he's that brings him back up. He's like, that
I really need to start looking into this mission call lady.
I need to go to the library and get a book. All right. Anything
I
else
got
for
a couple.
you, Lorcan?
No.
does
Oh,
Lucan
good.
have like pamphlets like after the fight? Am I getting like
Right.
a missionary
Have you heard the
leaflet
good
from
news?
Lucan?
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
All right. So the shambling mound takes the cold damage. What was it?
9.
9. So we're looking at 4. And then what was the fire one? Was it Constitution save? You said.
Yes. Yep.
And
The
what's the DC?
Constitution save is a 13.
So it made that.
Okay. So
Was
it's
there
not
any
on
other
fire.
residual anything?
Just unless it ends its turn in the goop.
Okay. No. Ugh. No. So it's gonna lash out at Kithris twice. Let's see. The first one, the vegetation comes down. You can tell it's clearly hurt. If there's a way to indicate this thing is, bloody, basically it's just half of its form is just cut down, left on the ground, and half shrouded in the cone of darkness behind it, or the wall of darkness behind it. It slams down to the ground, and it doesn't even get close to you. The second one at a 20, I believe, hits. That's 13 bludgeoning damage to Kithris.
Yeah, just I heal, it's gone. I heal. It's just yo-yo health today.
Smacks back almost into Elemier and Gunnar. Garrick, you're up.
Okay, well, Garrick's going to move over to the side there. He'll pump a hunter's mark on him, and then he'll try and fire his crossbow.
Okay. Nice.
22.
Yep.
Ooh.
You aim just
So,
as Lucan slightly moves to the side. You loose.
Yeah. So that's 13 for the crossbow, and the hunter's mark. Ooh. And another 2 for the hunter's mark, and I think
15.
I get sneak attack because there's people within 5 feet. So let's see. And another 3 on top, so
18.
yeah, 18.
How's
total.
it die?
Well, I'll just like a weary old sniper, put it down and go, when you boys have finished messing around, it's time to go.
I had it, guys. I promise it would have been fine.
Are you all right, Kithris? You look a little bit, took it out.
Little
Go on,
bit.
over there.
This? No, this is fine.
Jam's like, I do think you actually do look kind of hurt. You probably need a little bit more of that Mishakal stuff.
And those
Mishakal.
magic
Maybe
flag
use
boots, we
2
need to talk
fingers
about
next
that.
time. I don't know how you're healing him and all, but might help. Lift the tail. Do you have a tail?
No, because he's a what's it?
I think you got a
Aurak
stub.
Draconian.
Was it taken
Yeah,
off
Aurak
when you were
Draconians
born?
they don't have a tail. Yeah.
They just cut it off like a dew claw. All right, so you guys are in the middle of this, and Jamn is just like, if there's any way we can get out of here, I'd kind of prefer to do that.
Yeah,
we
let's
need to
go.
keep moving.
Do we know where we're at yet?
Yeah, we're in the
Does anyone
swamp.
have a
You
map?
can't tell.
I don't think any. Jamna did pick up a map when she was back in town. So when you asked that, Luke, and she stopped, she's like, "You want to look at a map? We're in the middle of a swamp." She like pulls it out of this little scroll case, spreads it out, and just walks it up. She's like, "All right, here, take a look. This is where we are."
You had this the whole time.
Well, it's a map. It was in my pocket. What do you want? So basically, on the map that you guys are looking at, you're right about here, just in the middle of Warden Swamp. Not really in the middle. You're on the fringes of Warden Swamp in Coastland. I don't know if you could see that.
Is the River of Healing on the map? Is
No,
that listed?
no. Up here, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Citadel, Menidel, like the names aren't on here except for the trade route names, and Winterholm is probably marked as well. The Vingard Mountains are clearly marked.
Okay.
The Cave of Loot is not marked.
The Cave of Damsels in Distress and money.
Mishakal's final piece.
Yeah, that's not on the map. Along with the instant level to 20, that's not on the map either, unfortunately.
Just continue following where the marks were on the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
Yes.
have been off of the trail for a while, and are you going to wait for your owl, or do you think your owl is going to be able to find you back here?
Well, I'll just call him straight back to me, and I think he can just find me because he's my familiar. So I think I'll just call him straight back and
So
head
maybe
out
this
towards
isn't the best
path.
place to camp. Maybe we can camp closer to wherever their camp is. Yeah.
Probably be a good idea to move.
We don't know who they is yet.
I think
Well, I'm
that
not
was
saying
just
we walk in and ask for a bed and a hot tea, okay? I'm just saying, like, maybe we get closer.
Most people are kind around these parts. Most, not all.
really.
You and I have lived very different lives if you think most people are kind.
I
It
think
must be
we
different on this side of the mountains.
The people of the swamp may not hold the same opinions as the more civilized areas.
I think that was just a denizen of the swamp, something that lived here and
People slash
took an
kids.
interest for food.
All right, so you
Okay.
guys get back on the trail, and you're just going to hoof it during the day?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Kithris's pitch is to get closer, because you said we were like 2 hours out from this other encampment. So like maybe if we're a little bit closer, Kithris's thought is that the closer we get to like an established camp, maybe we're gonna run into less, angry vegetation.
Right.
Well, my
Should we
thought
wait-
is that we
should
could
we
do it
wait for
quite
night again?
stealthily. Well, we could move on from here fairly stealthily and take our time to get there. Just get about an hour and a bit down the road, just so we're that bit closer. We've just moved site. We've going to created noise, so it's going to attract other creatures.
Right.
That's basically what Garrick's suggestion would be.
Herbivores are just going to be following and eating your remains of enemies.
Well,
One plant at a time. We'll take them down.
Yep.
Like, these are the best. All right, so you guys start moving throughout the day. Again, it is still cold as hell. We're in the, getting almost deep into winter at this point, or at least we're certainly getting deep into December. And the closer you're going into the heart of the swamp, the more mushy this mud is becoming. What's our marching order here?
I think Kithris would still be taking up the rear just to kind of cover the back. He knows that Garrick's the one that
Be out in
can
front.
find.
Yeah. Elemier would be at the front with anybody who has night vision, I guess.
yeah,
Or
well,
no, this is
I'd-
daytime. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's daytime.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'd probably be near the front, leading the way, rangering, because.
All right, so go ahead and put yourselves in order. That of course, the Solamnia side is the front. The coastland is the back. So I'm just trying to get a mental order here as you guys
I'll
stumble
still
upon
stay
the dragon.
near
den.
Kithris.
Yeah, okay. That looks about right.
Jamna's like elbowing herself in front of Gunnar, like, shove off, big man. I got this. Me and Garrett go way back.
Totally. At least 2 days.
At least 48
Look back at
hours.
Kithris. Are they always like this?
Well, I mean, Gunnar's a great sponge for damage. He's not very intelligent, obviously not pretty, but yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I hear the word pretty, and I take a quick look down at your shoeless claws.
I still don't think that registers. Like Kithris is pretty much been ostracized by like everyone everywhere he's gone. I think the party is pretty much the only people that have just kind of accepted him at face value since the beginning. So he's just like doesn't even click anymore. I think he just ignores it.
Yeah.
Getting used to him.
Oh yeah, no, I need to trim the claw a little bit, and then Jamna said she was gonna make me weird boots with steam power, whatever that is.
It's a hint of jealousy in my eyes.
Well, if reputations precede gnomes, you might lose your feet if you ever wore them.
I don't know if Kithris knows. Like Kithris, probably the closest he's ever been to a gnome would be other like Kenders. So I don't know if he knows.
It's
like,
in the
he knows
zeitgeist.
Yeah, he knows that they're not Kenders, but I don't know if he's ever met one or has had a whole lot of interaction. So I'm not sure he would know to be wary of promises from gnomes.
Yeah, that's all good. All right, so you guys are moving along at a decent pace as you're going throughout the day. You're seeing your breath; it's that cold, but it is daytime, and so you're sort of moving through, and you're able to avoid, some any potential hazards that you might come across, up until the point where now you're starting to like slip your feet deeper into the mud as you moved in. Garrick, Jamna, and Gunnar, I need a dexterity check, please. Oh, shit.
Just a straight dex save, is it?
Dexterity saving throw, yes.
Yeah. 19.
Nicely done. And Gunnar? 21, nice. So you guys feel your feet sticking and you're doing your best to like lift your feet up, but the gnome is just stuck and she can't move anymore. And she's like, help! Hey guys, wait for me! And she's like reaching out, trying to grab for Gunnar. And you guys are just looking at the ground. And this doesn't look like regular swamp in this area. As the line of walking comes to a sort of halt right behind Gunnar and extending off into the distance at least a number of yards until it sort of is shrouded just by the swamp itself, you can see that you're in quicksand right now. Like you've just walked right through it. The trail went right through this area. So Jamna's freaking out. Guys, help me! What's happening? I'm sinking! Help!
Elemier would go try to grab her.
So at the edge where you are, give me a strength check.
Just regular strength skill.
Yeah.
That would be 13. Can you
grab
bless
onto her
himself?
hand as she's like flailing. Can you do what?
Bless myself for that one.
You would have
That
had to
skill
do it
check.
beforehand.
Okay.
So as you're like grabbing onto her and pulling, she is not coming out, and you actually feel yourself like being pulled slowly toward her, even though you're leaning back behind. Anyone else?
I'll run forward. Can I cast guidance on myself as well before I grab onto Elemier and try to pull on him as well?
Okay.
I'm not as strong, but I can try.
Right. All right, give me a strength check.
Okay, and I will add a d4 to this as well. I'm not sure how to do that in the roll, but I'll add the d4. I got a 19 plus 1 plus 1, so 21.
Nice. So with your combined strength of both Lucan and Elemier, you guys pull, and you hear this sort of sucking sound as you pull Jamna back out of the quicksand, and she's just like grabbing on to Elemier's legs, like, "Oh, you saved me! Thank you so much! I really do appreciate it. You're the best. I'm gonna have to take care of you in the future. I promise. You just saved my life." But Gunnar and Kithris, while they're not stuck, they are still in the area of the quicksand. What are you guys doing as you just watch this? You're not seeing
Garrick
This
and
for Jarek.
Kithris?
Yeah, me.
I'm sorry, Garrick
yeah.
and Gunnar. Yeah.
Okay.
Kithris
just-
would.
Sorry,
Okay.
yeah, go on.
No, just say Kithris is like seeing this. He's like pulled out like his coil of rope, and he's like ready to like throw it to someone and like pull them back out if they
Okay.
look like they need it.
Does it look like we're halfway through, or does it look like there's firmer ground
You just
up
know
ahead?
that
Or...
in the yards and distance that you can see the ground, this
Yeah.
same floor, like the same sort of texture, looks to continue.
Well, Garrett will immediately sort of swing his pack off and reach out for his grappling hook and rope, and he'll start looking up to swing up it up to where some trees are near where there looks like hard ground where the rest of the party are. And
Okay.
he'll look to try and throw his grappling hook up and almost pull himself out.
I can't believe a grappling hook actually came in handy.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone carries them. No one uses them. So you pull out your grappling hook, you throw it off. Give me a dexterity check.
No one uses 10-foot poles anymore either,
Yeah.
but those are
straight dex check, is it? Yeah, just a straight dex.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a d20 attack roll, a ranged attack roll
Well,
if you want.
it's a dirty 20 anyway, just on
Oh,
a dex
okay.
check. But
So it like loops around, hooks onto a pretty substantial branch of one of these swamp trees that we're all familiar with.
okay, I'll throw one end towards if I've got any bit of rope, I'll throw it towards Gunnar, or grab Gunnar and pass it to him and just say, let's get out, and start pulling myself out for it.
All right, so now give me a dexterity check with advantage as you're using this grappling hook to help pull you out. That's going to be for both of you.
So one's a nat 20.
Nice. So you're like Legolas just running on top of the quicksand. No problem. Gunnar, you're slogging
I've been here
through,
before.
but you make it out on the other side as well. And so now you could see the difference at this point, but it was so subtle as you were walking that you just walked right into what is now clearly this massive space of quicksand that the actual ground cover is like completely concealing as well off of this little trail that these Bakali have clearly walked before. So
does it look like a trap that someone's left?
Yeah, either it's a
like
very cunning, sort of covered trap area, or they've just never had to deal with it, or they have some other way of dealing with it that you're not aware of.
Ithris immediately starts looking around for giant rats, having heard that when you're in swamps with quicksand, large rats are
you hear 3 clicks to your left.
I dive out of the way to avoid the fire trap.
At least it's not a poison swamp.
Yeah, exactly. The bog of eternal stench. So what's your plan here? How are you going to get around this? Since you clearly cannot see the entire perimeter of it as it goes underneath the foliage all around the area.
So I think Kithris starts harassing Garrick. Maybe not immediately, but like as he's pulled himself out and he's okay, like,
so your whole job as a ranger is to find safe passage. Like, were you trying to kill the gnome? She owes me a pair of magic boots.
Magic boots? Steam power.
So your job as a fighter is
to
kill the evil creature that was trying to kill us, and you left me to do it then?
Look, you're both pretty. Can we just get out of here, please?
Okay, I'll start trying to circumvent the move off to either the right or the left of the path and see if we can sort of circumvent around this.
Right. So give me a survival check, please.
Oh, I'm rolling hot today. 24.
Yeah. It's gonna take you. It's gonna add another hour and a half or so. But as you guys, you're finding the perimeter of this as you're testing the ground and being very, very careful and pulling up foliage and just doing your best. It takes you a little while, but you work around the edge of it, and you find that it is kind of, at least in the side that you're navigating, pretty self-contained at this point as you get to the other side of it. And if this was a trap that they set up, it's pretty ingenious, but you're pretty sure no one knows that you're here. So who knows?
It's like Gollum finding his way through the swamps.
Well,
Minus the Gollum part.
I'll look to everyone. might be a good time if we rest. If you want to wait till nightfall from here, we could close the rest at a distance. With this behind us, we've got good cover.
Are there
Company
going to be
of
more of
Russian
those
finish sleeping.
bushes that attack us, though?
Aye, but they'll. There could be, but they're not going to be coming through a swamp, are they? Through a quicksand.
I guess not. All right. I'm just going to hang out here next to Elemier.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna rest, like maybe we do it in shifts, and somebody can stay. We'll take turns and make sure there's no more salad creatures that come after us.
Take turns
Well, only a
resting.
few of you can see in the dark.
What?
So I guess above table, my question is like, are we pitching like a long rest, or are we just trying to like wait out till darkness? Is what?
Well,
Ron,
my
the
thought
players
was
want.
that we wanted to go in at dark, didn't we? We
Right.
wanted to check it out at night. So my thought was really more that we've got this quicksand to the rear of us. So now might be a good time to take that rest while we've got,
Yeah.
Right.
less
So I
of
guess
a.
like, at what point? I mean, I know that like we got into the swamp when it was like starting to be kind of first light,
Yeah.
and we've traveled for
So
several
you-
hours. Like, what point are we at in the day?
You know you have a few more hours before nightfall.
Like enough to get in a long rest, or
Oh,
attempt
no.
it, or
No, a long rest
no,
is like 8 hours, right?
it's 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah.
So,
So that's
no,
what I'm trying
not-
to figure out. It would just be us like camping and kind of chilling.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Just Rip Van Winkle in
Uh,
it.
Sure.
Once we do move, I can cast Pass Without Trace again if we want.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if we're just kind of hanging out, like Kithris will pull out some rations, and then you see him pull out this little bottle with a stopper on it, and he pulls it out and he's drinking from it. The people who've been in the party knows that's where his coffee is, but I don't know. He'll look around if anybody's looking, be like, "Hey, you thirsty? You want some coffee? It's cold out here. The coffee's hot."
Gemna walks over. I'd love some. I've never had Draconian coffee before. Is it strong or is it weak?
Weak.
Shut up, Gunnar. It's not Draconian coffee. It's a magic coffee bottle. Look, and then like he'll tip it over, and like nothing comes out. He's like, "Now try drinking from it."
All right. She like takes great care to wipe really on the inside and outside of the rim. And then just looks
I
at
think
you.
that's on brand for how everyone else treats his kids.
Supposed to taste a big miss here.
So it says that you can't pour any coffee out, but the coffee inside is always comfortably warm, and it's just coffee.
This is amazing. She's like shaking it upside down. Nothing's coming out at all. But oh, this is really delicious too. This is great. Can I just keep this?
No, you can drink from it, but it's mine. Thank you.
And he'll pull it back. He's like, "No,
Wow.
it's
Elemier would probably partake in some coffee.
yeah, I'll pass it around." So yeah, it's my bottle of boundless coffee that
That's awesome.
Those are the magic items I give out.
I need that in real life.
Pointless.
yeah, we all do. I need an energy drink of endless, like
Yeah.
a monster can of endless energy drinks when I need.
I need an endless Red Bull can.
Yep.
All right, so the rest of the time, you guys are just chilling. I mean, we can cut to nightfall if you want.
Yeah, I think the only
Yep.
other thing that Kithris would want to do is maybe just kind of discuss if there was,
When we get to the place, like, are we just gonna attack? Do we want to, like, how long are we gonna sit and watch them? What do we think's gonna be there?
We
Like, I
just
think he's
scout it
trying to
out and
discuss-
observe. I don't think we need to engage. We just need to collect intelligence on what's going there. If
Okay.
you want, you walk down there and while you're not watching, they'll make a bunch of noise when you can take off, run like a doorbell ditch, and let you fight your way out.
Yeah, I think these are the plans that probably Gunnar and Kithris are discussing. It's like, okay, we can doorbell ditch, we can leave a flaming bag of dragon poo on the front porch, like just.
But so
It might be it might be a good idea to set up some sort of distraction ahead of time. So if we do get caught, we can just like set it off and run the other way.
Now, we don't need anything in this camp, do we?
You don't know anything about the camp. You have no idea.
Oh,
So
think we
like I
should
said, I mean,
find
we
out
don't have to
whose
role play all
camp
this. I
this
think that
is.
Idris is just looking to like, trying to figure out what the long term plan is. So, but if it sounds like it's just let's observe and make a decision, I think we could jump to nightfall.
Yeah.
All right. So nightfall comes. You guys are moving under the cover of darkness. Let me actually update the moons. Solamnic is actually rising a bit higher in the sky. There's no trace of Naerytar at all. And as you guys are moving forward, you actually come out on the other side. Hold on, where is it? And you break through this sort of swamp area, and you see what looks like the swamp breaking into a more marshy sort of river type texture. And you see it isn't much of a camp ultimately, but just a clearing that's slightly drier than the muck that you've been wading through. There's 4 wicker lean-tos and a stone platform commanding attention in this wilderness. There's 3 dugout canoes that are drawn up near one of the lean-tos. A few dozen yards beyond the campsite in the direction that you've been traveling, dry land ends. Other than moss-covered trees, fallen logs, and thick clumps of reeds, nothing rises above the still black water. So you see these 4 lean-tos with these canoes pulled up. Can I get an insight check from someone?
Not Kithris. He's like, look, house.
I
the
will
best
give him a
you
best
can
Oh,
shot.
jeez.
I got 22. I'm rolling so hot today. It's good.
Yeah.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Yeah. So 22.
They
is
won't
awesome.
ever happen again.
So this is probably the camp that the Bakali that you killed back at the Roadhouse were staying at.
It's a long ways.
Yeah.
We
I'll
fought
pass that
defensively.
along. Pass that along to the guys that this looks like a Kali camp.
okay.
You see the
Garrick,
news.
Does it look occupied or is it empty at this
Send-
point?
It's
Garrick,
completely
send
empty.
Clyde in, see if he can see stuff.
Okay.
Um,
Should
I'll
scout
send-
it,
I'll-
but respectfully.
I'll send in the owl in just to
Good idea.
fly around the camp and have a little look. Sort of perch itself up on a couple of the buildings
Right.
like it's hunting.
So they're not buildings. These are literally like little
Oh, the
lean-tos.
lean-tos,
like,
yeah.
very,
Oh.
very lacking structure. There is a stone slab that looks like it had at one time a fire built on it, but it's just ashes and a bunch of dirt and muck all around it. Looks like a place that you can get away from the mud, basically. But there's no actual any structure. So it sort of perches on one of the moss-covered limbs of the trees, and it's looking down, and it doesn't see anything else. I mean, little creatures, little lizards and stuff, snakes and stuff like that, but no actual beings.
Okay, well
No crates
bring
or
I'll
packs.
bring it
Right.
back and tell them what I've seen. So it doesn't look inhabited at the moment. Looks like there's no one there.
See anything around, like notes or maps?
Are you going to
Anything
go
that might?
check out the
lead?
place?
Oh, I
If
thought
it-
you were close.
The owl didn't see anything.
I'll start to head out.
I want
under
to
the cover of
assist
dark.
Garrick. So we think we should just stealth in there and if it looks clear to us, then we can just get the rest of the group and just do a really lengthy search.
Well, yeah, I'll just look and say I'm gonna take a look.
Best bet.
I'll stay here with Elemier and Kithris. Sounds like.
Okay.
Well, give me a stealth check for
You want
whomever's
to go
going
in
to be
together,
sneaking.
Garrick, or
Yeah, we can go in together.
okay?
But not 20.
You are
29.
rolling.
Gosh.
You're on fire. You need to go to Vegas now.
He's having a good day.
Go to the corner store. Hurry.
Yeah, you need to go buy some scratchers and
Gunnar's doing his best. Bless his heart.
I tried.
I'll veer to the right a little bit further away from him.
You guys,
I think
Go ahead.
This is when Kithris looks at Luke and he's like, "Yeah, see, this is the classic Gunnar move. He acts as the distraction because he thinks he's stealthy. They'll attack him first, then Gunnar will, then Garrick will clean up.
Jeez.
Why are you so loud?
I only have one volume. I'm sorry.
I'll turn it down.
Okay, so you guys sneak into the camp. You can see in the lean-tos, there's a few baskets underneath them. You can see inside of the dugout canoes. There's, they're sort of big enough to hold a handful of humans. Maybe like 3 to 5 humans. If you have gear or something, probably less than that. They each have like 3 different paddles in them. But yeah, I mean, are you gonna look through the little baskets that's inside of these lean-tos?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
So this pungent odor of fermented and smoked foods sort of hits you. There's like vegetation lining the bottom that's this sort of like vinegary smell, but you see that there's a bunch of smoked fish in some of them, and some of them have like just smashed lizards and birds, flattened and dried out in the sun and stuff. But everything in this area is getting a little bit moister the longer it stays. So you can kind of piece together that this is probably the food for the Bacali that had went out to bring back the newest group of cult crates. And this is where they were going to sort of stage and eat before they moved on somewhere else, because there's literally no other life out here. And clearly there's 3 canoes here, so they were going to be moving somewhere.
Okay. So if I feel confident that there's nothing around, I'll, let out a little whistle and
Right.
call those guys over.
Okay. You don't see anything, but I don't know how you feel.
Forward.
It's as though
I'm gonna
somebody
get-
is assisting them.
There we
Oh,
go. If
there
I
it
hear the
Jam that
whistle,
comes plopping up.
if I hear the whistle, like before I would like go in, like I'll try to shoot a message to the direction of the whistle, thinking it's either Garrick or Gunnar, and be like,
Are we good?
Yeah, we're all clear.
All right, we're good.
and then we'll head into camp.
Okay.
Perhaps after.
Kithris will still keep an eye out for anyone else that may be hiding, but he'll head in.
Right.
Perhaps after investigating this campsite, we should go dark mode.
I mean, maybe we should just sleep here.
Well, it looks like we're.
And they've got boats. Looks like
we're going by boat.
you think this is like a summer camp. They got places to sleep,
Well,
some boats,
I wonder
nice
where
black lake.
these boats were coming and going, though. Is there any way we can pick up or see if we can roll an investigation check or something? Where
The 3 canoes that are there looks like they've been out of the water for hours. They're as dry as anything else in this swamp. But there's no indication on a direction. Once it turns to water, it's still and black, and it just goes into the darkness of night.
Okay. So once we get down there, I think Kithris would pitch like,
If no one's here, maybe we can look through their stuff. But if no one's here, I think we sleep till morning and figure out the plan.
I think moving by dark is our strength, honestly.
Well, one thing I can say is if they've got a camp here and other people are deciding to come, they'll come here. So we shouldn't stay in here.
Yeah.
If we're thinking of
the
camping.
same thing. We should probably maybe sit to the side. And
As
if
you
have
guys
to
are,
keep- anybody
um,
comes in.
As you guys are having your conversation, your passive perceptions are high enough for all of you to notice. You actually hear the sort of dripping of paddles as they're hitting liquid and then being pulled back up. And you sort of all almost in unison, everyone just turns their head and looks to the water area. And there's 3 canoes filled with lizard men slowly, stealthily moving toward you. That's where we're going to stop before initiative for our first or our only break. Let's keep it around 10-ish minutes or less. And thank you, everyone, for tuning into the live show. We will be back just after this break. Well, thank you all so very much for waiting. We are back here actually with, well, maybe with additional person once I get everything set up. So we were right at a point where Bakali were sneaking up from the water, and we need to do initiative and all that stuff. Don't roll initiative yet. Let me set up the encounter, but I'm trying to get our cameras all up on here first. I love doing this all live. No pressure. And then we'll go here. All right, so let me set up our swamp map. The names are not accurate, so know that I will be slowly fixing those through the course of this, but it's just going to take me a minute. So I'm going to be setting up this encounter. Let me actually add in Jamina.
So they're aware of us then?
Yeah, they were sneaking up on you.
Oh,
They're actually still in the water. Give me a second.
Sato, you are at full health, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna restart my laptop and see if that'll fix it.
Okay. We're clearly having technical issues. Have you tried to restart your computer? That's going to fix everything. Turn it off and turn it back on. All right, so pretend that this is lean-tos and not an actual building. I don't have the actual map here for it. But you guys are sitting around talking, and you all turn your head. You see these Bakali coming up on these canoes out of this black swamp in the dead of night. Give me some initiative, and let's start the encounter.
All right, are we going to try to talk to these guys, or are we just killing stuff again?
let's
Talk to the
kill.
survivors.
All right, we need one alive. Just keep one.
Let's
Okay,
keep them alive.
got it.
I think that
Elemier
was
got
mostly
it.
directed, mostly directed to Gunnar. I think he's not as worried about the clerics just like murder hoboing everyone, but he's looking at Gunnar and Garrick, and he's
should
like,
be.
"We need one. Pick a smart one."
Hey, even
right.
paladins go off the rails sometimes.
So,
Then they lose their oath.
yeah. Are we doing that today?
No.
They
Just saying.
move up onto the shore, and they all sort of leap out. So this group is on the shore. Gunnar, you're up.
Oh, wow. Well,
Okay.
rage. And do I see them at all, or
Yeah.
all of them?
Yeah, you see the ones that are off still paddling towards shore, and you see these three that have landed on shore.
All right. Whoa. All right. I'm gonna move. Just gonna rage. I'm gonna go ahead and just I mentioned to the group. I'll just hold them off here until we see what you guys want to do at this point here. But I'm gonna try killing as many as I can. And yes, I will try to capture one. Just save one.
So
So I
while
run
he's
forward as
raging,
I-
this all comes out as
Yeah. and I throw a javelin at lizard folk A.
all right.
All right. Oh, what's gonna hit? 24.
Hits him dead in the chest.
All right. 7.
Nice.
And it's slowed.
All right, I'm going to indicate that with the red circle. All right, so the javelin flies through the darkness of night, smacks him in the chest. He screams out. Anything else, Gunnar?
I laugh.
Rage laugh. It's the meth laugh. Kithris, you're up.
Yes.
Well, I guess subtlety's out the door. He is going to rush forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, he'll kind of try to position himself. I think
can you put me up a 15-foot cone pointed out in this direction? Kithris is going to try to catch these guys with his fire breath.
So 15
just gonna-
will get 1.
Is that it?
Yeah, 15 is going to get 1.
What I've been able to, because I was here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I should be able to get to there.
Yep.
Perfect. So he'll rush forward, and I need them to make, all three of them to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 13.
We're
Hold on a
fighting lizard
second,
men.
I need to figure out
This
where
will
the
be
hell
fun.
they are. Okay. So who am I missing? Is this everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, the names are not correct, but we've got faces. So at least there's that. All right. So what's their dexterity against?
Dex 13.
Against
Is
what?
the save 13? Oh, it's a breath weapon, the fire breath weapon.
Fire,
So it's
okay. So let's see here. Dexterity. You said it was 15?
13. 1, 3.
13. A does not make it. The one behind A, which I can't see what he is, I.
So everybody that saves is going to take half. And as I rolled my 2d10, I rolled a 10 and a 1, so we are balanced as all things should be. So anybody that fails takes 11. Anybody that succeeds their saving throw will take 5. And he'll just rush forward and he'll be like, all right, just save one of those in the back. You're like, and you see just this cone of...
As the flame flies out of your mouth and envelops the lizard folk, you just hear screaming from the Bacali, just as flames just ignite and light the first one and the third one that's directly behind him up, and just the light instantly just blares out in the darkness. Almost like this massive beacon goes off, and they're just screaming as the fire is slowly dying down, well past bloodied in some cases. Anything else in your turn?
They smell delicious.
Right.
Gross.
No, I think that'll be it for now. We're just kicking things off, so.
Yeah. All right. Pace yourself. That's what you're doing. You're pacing yourself. So this next group in their canoe is moving down, and they get onto the ground. Let's see. C jumps out for his turn and charges toward you. Oh, this map's controls drive me insane. C is going to attack. Let's see. 2 melee attacks with his heavy club. He comes in swinging hard. You parry it off just with your hand smacking his arm aside. The next heavy club swipe comes barreling right back, and you just sort of push back out of the way as it swings right in front of you, passing through the air. Let's see, that was C. Sato, you're up.
First, unmute. Second, where am I on the map? There I am. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 for that one. And is Lizard Folk A already injured?
Yeah, he was on fire a second ago.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast Lizard A.
Okay. Is that a roll to hit or is that a dexterity?
It is a roll to hit. Does 17 hit? What
Yes.
in the world just happened on my screen? That is 6 force damage.
Force damage. How does he die?
I do hand gestures and whisper in Draconic tongue, and Eldritch Blast with a purple-blue hue comes flying out of my hands straight towards Lizard A and hits him square in the face.
as the force blast smacks into his face, scales and flesh rip right off of it, revealing some skull below as he drops down to the ground. Some of the flames are still flickering across his skin. Anything else, Sato?
I'm going to move up next to Gunnar, and that'll be my turn.
All right, where's D? D is hurting. He's going to charge down to Kithris, who did him wrong. He's got his massive spike shield he's going to bring in for a smack across the face. First, you stop it dead with your weapon, just bring it up, and bam! Makes this massive collision. The heavy club comes around the side from underneath. You just sort of lean back out of the way, and it swings right up in front of you. Garrick, you're up.
Okay, I think Garrick will move up to here, just as a point, because of his subclass. Now, if they require dark vision to see him, he's classed as invisible, so I don't know if that makes any difference. But he'll fire his crossbow at Lizard Folk C. He'll go for the one on Kithris.
Okay.
And he'll Hunter's Mark him as well, first off. So
Roll to hit.
25.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
All
The
night.
killer rolls continue.
It's going well. Well, not so well. So that's the
I mean,
4,
at some point we had to have good dice rolls.
and
Eventually.
4 plus his Hunter's Mark. So it's 9, and then his sneak attack, because Kithris is there.
Good dice rolls is
So
amazing.
it's 11. 11 in total.
Okay, he is bloodied. You smack him with that crossbow, just goes right past Kithris, buries right into this thing's chest. He just starts sucking wind, just as it's punctured into his lung. Anything else, Garrick?
No, that's me done.
Nicely done. Lizard Folk E, where are they? All right, so they bring their boat up to the shoreline. For his turn, Lizard Folk F jumps out and charges forward. He's going to attack Kithris. Kithris is just defending against everyone without problem.
You see, Gunnar, I'm fine. I've got this.
They're rolling so badly. All right, 19 finally. Does 19 hit?
Yep.
All right,
Yes, 19 will
bashes
hit.
you with its spike shield. You take 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
Lucan, you're up.
Okay, Lucan is going to come forward to kind of act like a secondary line for both Garrick and Jamna here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll just act as a secondary front line. And I'm going to hold up my infinity symbol, the blue lady, and I'm going to bless 4 targets. So I'm going to use that second level so I can bless 4. And so that means that Garrick, Kithris, Gunnar, and I'll choose, sorry, Seto's closer. So the 4 allies around me, so Garrick, Seto, Gunnar, and Kithris all add 1d4 to any attack rolls or saves they have to make. And that's pretty much for 10 combat turns.
Cool.
That's pretty dope.
Bless.
Yeah.
You guys feel
And I'll
divine
I got
guidance.
I'll scoot back a little bit. I'm doing concentration, so I need to be a little careful.
Jamna's just like, what about me?
I'll look back next time.
Anything else on your turn, Lucan?
Pull out a cooler weapon.
Anything else for you?
No, that's gonna be it.
Elemier, you're up.
Elemier is going to run his 35 feet up right next to Kithris and is going to make his 2 attacks with his longsword against the guy, E, the one above him,
That'd be F.
or F, yeah.
Farfignugan. All right, roll to hit.
That's a 23 on the first attack,
Yeah. You slice into the Bacali.
7 slashing damage.
Nice.
Second attack, ooh, 23 again.
Oh my gosh.
And that's 10 slashing damage.
He's well into bloodied. You cut into him. He screams out. He tried to block you off with the sword, with his shield, but he was gloating by hitting Kithris with it. And you caught him flat-footed. Anything else in your turn, Elemier?
Nope.
All right, G goes. Where's G? 5, 10, 15, 20. G
Today
is going
my
to...
sword stings.
It's going to attack...
I knew you could do it. I knew eventually
Gunnar?
you'd hit stuff.
Oh, so it hits Gunnar. Gunnar, you take 5 bludgeoning damage, and the spike shield comes out, and it just bounces off your muscular frame. All right, H,
His
where's
pecs.
it bounces off you. You just like flex one pec, and it drops down. 5, 10, 15, 20. This one charges down towards Kithris. Kithris is surrounded at this point. But there's no flanking in this game.
No. Kithris is in a target-rich environment, and he's loving it.
You are parrying off all of the attacks from nearly every single creature around you. Let's see. This one's going to move over to Elemier right here and attack. His heavy club comes swinging down, 16 to hit.
Misses.
And his spike shield comes rushing forward at 21.
That hits.
Take 5 damage. And then Gunnar, you're up. That's a lot of
All right.
creatures to run through.
Is
Wait,
Jamna
No, she's not even in
getting
the...
a turn?
What a... Hold on, let me have Jamna go once. She's got to do
Okay.
something.
I don't know.
I'm gonna rage, or I'm already am
You're already
raging,
raged.
so-
She's going to
Yes.
run up behind you. It's like, you're doing a really great job. I think you can do better, but, keep screaming and all. She's going to, you know what? She's going to move up to this, pull out her short sword, and attack this thing twice.
Freshly
First-
polished.
Attack, the sword comes out, and it's just, like, brilliantly polished and gleaming, and it strikes on either side of the shield of this lizard folk, and she looks at it, and she looks over at Elemier. What'd you do to my blade, son of a... And that's her turn. All right, Gunnar, you're up.
All right.
Not working anymore.
Let's see here. I'm probably just gonna move up at this point. May want to. I want to shield the cleric.
Okay, if you move
So
over
let
there,
me-
you're going to provoke at
from
least
G,
one
not-
opportunity attack.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here then.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my reckless attack. That's going to give me advantage. And I'm going to take my first swing at G.
All right. How'd you know
All
he's a
right.
gangster?
Yeah, first attack.
Remember, you're blessed. You don't
Okay,
need it.
so nope, I don't.
You
So
I don't even need it.
all right, roll for damage. Oh, 16.
Jeez!
Oh,
Oh my god!
So
Better hope
All
that
right.
grows back, lizard man. You hack into his arm, and you just see blood and flesh just fillet down open. He screams out, "Ah!" In Draconic,
Yeah,
he's cursing your
really.
mother.
like eat it, and then I'm gonna roll again. Same guy. Actually, the guy on the left, I'm gonna give him some cleave damage.
See?
Let's see if we can drop
This is for you.
Or
drop
Kithris.
him. So that would be C.
All right.
So if I rolled a 12, then that would just, wouldn't that roll over to the 12? I need to roll again.
It's no, you get the 12 without the modifier is the cleave
Okay.
roll.
It's the full 12
So-
damage, so how's he die?
I just, as I get the other guy, I just keep swinging through and I just lop off his head.
It flies through the air about 3 feet, hits off Lizard Bacali just to the north of him, and drops
I
down.
hope
They all
it
just
would, the head would go of enough force that would hit Kratos in the head. And I look at him and laugh.
I'm not the one who said dirty things about your mother. It was that one.
Anything else, Gunnar?
No, that's it.
Well,
for the
that was
first
one
attack.
attack, right?
Yes, sir. And then now we're gonna do this for G again. Roll an advantage.
So just, I mean, as a suggestion, you still have movement. You could fill that gap between G and D.
Yeah, I thought about that. You know what?
Would your cleave go to the other side if you hit?
It just says you can pick another character within. If you land an attack, you can pick another creature within 5 feet.
Okay. All right. A 13 does not hit.
Let me roll my 4 here. I get a D4, right?
Bless, yes.
Yeah. Come on, roll high. So 15.
That's exactly what you needed. That would have been a
Ooh, nice.
15. So you hack into him barely. Your axe swing is guided by Mishakal's fury. Give me some damage.
All right. There we go.
Her divine justice.
I'm going to re-roll that one.
You don't need
re-roll
to.
that.
I mean, you can if you want to, because you're cleave.
Okay, no, that's fine. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it.
Okay.
I don't need to.
You hack into this thing, and its arm drops down. You pull the axe that went all the way into its lungs, and it crumples down to the ground next to you. The cleave, is that going to be on H or D?
Let's go ahead and give it to D.
Is that a reaction, or is that just part of the attack?
It's just part of the attack.
Okay. So, and it was
it's
10,
the
you said?
2024 weapon mastery rules.
Okay. So you see, you just hack right into the Bakali right in front of you in this almost full 360 arc turn. And you just see gore and like liquid draining out of this side as he's like slumping down, gasping in shock at your axe as you pull it out of his body. Anything else in your turn?
No, that's it. I'll just...
That's it. You're up.
We really need to talk about your anger management issues. Every time you get like this, you don't leave targets for anyone else. I'm tired of this crap.
Kithris will take his great sword while he berates Gunnar, and he'll swing it on whatever the one right in front of me is. I can't.
H.
Which is H? Okay.
Not HK Druid.
Just H. 13 plus some bless. Let's keep the bless train going.
Come on, ride this train. That'll do it.
That'll do it. So that one's gonna take 6 on his first attack, and then second attack. It's a nat 1.
Oh, you slip on the head that's rolling around on your feet.
Clean up after yourself.
And your swing goes wide. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, there is a graze feature that even if I miss, I can get some damage. But I think on a nat 1, I'm like, no, it's yeah. There's mud and there's lizard heads, and I'm mad at Gunnar. So that'll
That's fair, I think. So this lizard runs forward to the gnome after seeing what Gunnar just did to the other Bakali, and it's going to attack the gnome Jamna. It brings this massive heavy club swinging down on the... Oh my gosh, and it smacks into her for 5 damage. She screams out, "Ah! Help! Help!" As this spike shield comes flying forward at her. Oh my gosh, now I'm rolling high. Smacks into her hard. You can see she is hurt and blood is oozing from her face from that spike shield blasting her. She's going to go to... You know what? She's going to withdraw and hide back near Garrick. You know, I think I'm going to stay back here. I could have taken him, but... Oh, God. She's like wiping blood from her face. I think I just let the other guys do it. Sato, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to 5-10, run up.
Do they have to stay within a certain radius of you for that bless?
Nope.
Okay. Sorry.
And I'm going to use my Pact of the Blade Greatsword.
Sword manifest. Oh my gosh.
26 to hit.
You hack into him.
For 9 damage.
Nice. You cut into him, he just hisses out at you. Clearly hurt him. Anything else on your turn?
For my second attack.
Oh my gosh,
going to
you
be
bring it under
hit.
and cut from underneath.
That is 15 to hit.
15 damage. All right, caster. How's he die?
So the first slash is going to go for his calf to make him kneel.
Yeah.
And then the follow-up swing is going to decapitate him
He drops down,
With a
his head
clean
rolls a
slash.
little bit towards Gunnar. All right, anything else in your turn?
And I'm going to move. So that was 10 to get there, 15, 20, 25 for there. And that is the end of my turn.
So the near-death lizard that Gunnar attacked, he is going to withdraw 5, 10, 15, and then he just disappears into the water itself.
Can I get a reaction?
No, not with a withdraw. You mean a opportunity attack?
Yeah.
No, not with a
Yeah,
withdraw.
so he disengaged. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, disengage the vernacular. All right, Garrick, you're up.
Okay, well I'll move up to next to Elemier and draw my scimitar, and I'll go for so I'll move my hunter's mark as a bonus action onto that one as well. So I'll move that and then I'll attack. Oh no, whoops, wrong one, sorry. Roll to hit. Oh, it's a 1, so no.
So you're moving up and your foot gets stuck in this little mud pile. You pull your foot out and you sort of whiff on the swing. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah. No, that'll be it. I've moved. That's my action and bonus action. So.
All right, where's E? E's up here. E has watched all this happen. He is going to dive into the water as well. F. Where's F? Right here.
Yeah, get it. We got to get one.
He's hurting too. He's going to withdraw 5, 10, 15, and he's going to dive into the water. Lucan, you're up.
All right. My hands begin to glow with blue light as I walk up to Kithris, put a hand on his shoulder to knit his flesh back together.
Jamna's holding her bleeding face. What the hell?
You're safe in the corner over there as I walk away. I think she's okay. I hope so.
Anything else?
Gnomes live most of the time when they're killed. So
Feelings, all right? Feelings are being hurt right now.
that will heal you
Oh my
17
gosh.
HP, Kithris.
Nice.
In that snap that I had, I can't do that anymore. That's 2024. Never mind. I was gonna healing word too, but you can't do 2 spell slot spells, can you?
No.
Nope.
That's right.
No 2
Okay.
leveled spells on the same turn, yeah.
All right,
That's
Elemier,
right.
you're up.
Elemier is going to cast Hold Person
Ooh.
on Lizard. I think the one in front of Lizard H.
Okay.
So they have to make a Wisdom saving throw of 13, or they are paralyzed.
You see his body as he's like moving around, ducking and dodging and attacking, just freezes. He's like eyes looking around, sort of panicked.
You will tell us all we need to know.
Anything else on your turn?
That's my action. Bonus action. Let's see. I think I can do a. No, never mind. Actually, I'm gonna move over to Jamna and use my bonus action to lay on hands for 14.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you.
Well,
I hit the wrong button.
You are important for this party, or at least you have been so far. So.
Yeah, that's right. I am. She's like looking at Lucan over your shoulder.
I'm too
Very
focused in my
helpful.
prayer.
Anything else, Elemier?
No.
All right. Lizard Folk H doesn't do anything. Lizard Folk I is going to withdraw 5, 10, 15, dive into the water, and disappear underneath. All right. The encounter is over. You have 1 minute for this hold person as a duration.
So Kithris would like to immediately pull out a set of manacles that he has, because way back in the day when we couldn't restrain the kobolds clear back in First Ward, I bought a set of manacles because I'm like, we're not doing this shit again. So he pulls out the manacles and is gonna handcuff this man. And so it says I can utilize an action to use the manacles to bind an unwilling small or medium creature within 5 feet that has the grapple.
Where did you buy the manacles? Because I'm not sure most civilized places would sell a draconian manacles.
I think we had made when we did it. It was a shopping thing, and I had made Boros. I can't remember if it was Boros. I had somebody else buy them because they wouldn't sell me anything, so I made somebody else in the party buy them for me.
All right, that works.
So yeah, but it says I have to succeed on a sleight of hand check, I guess, to put these on.
They're paralyzed though, so
it says.
Rules is written. Let's see this play out.
Maybe advantage.
You just fumble.
I have 8. I'm like, I can't quite get them on.
No.
Somebody want to help me with these?
you get them on.
Got a minute.
You're just like, how do you work these things?
Gareth will
Look on
come
the other
over
end of
and
these.
Gareth will come over and give you a hand because you see the manacles he's got just hanging from his cross belt. This is
These
how
ones
you
don't
it,
have
boys.
the pink fluffy stuff on them. I don't know how do they. Oh, like that makes sense. That tracks. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you guys have him. He's held person for a full minute. What do you do during that time?
I tell us everything.
Like we'll kind of surround him, and we're like, these things speak Draconic, and so I think Kithris will kind of look to the group and be like, I mean, I speak Draconic, and so I can ask him questions. What do we want to know exactly?
I also speak Draconic.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh,
I think a lot of us
Yeah.
do.
I think we should have our swords to his throat.
why does
man.
everybody speak this? Never mind.
Yeah, we just need to find out if they know anything about what's going on with the treasure within this trail. Or what's being brought back and forth here. So we see items coming and going.
Who's your boss?
Yeah, who is your daddy?
Are you
What
guys
does he
waiting
do?
until the hold person ends to ask?
Yeah, I think this discussion is happening. I kind of envision it as like we all he's got the manacles on. We all kind of circle around him, so he doesn't really have anywhere to go, and discussing what questions we ask. Because I don't think can he speak while hold person is happening.
No, he can't do
It's
anything.
just paralyzed. So
Oh,
I think
well then
so.
yeah, you totally could. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll start asking him questions.
Give me an intimidation check. You'll have advantage.
Yeah, with advantage.
Can I roll on that as well since I'm holding him?
No, only one person can do it. That's the advantage. Is that
17.
you're all there. Okay.
17, and then I'll just for funsies, I will add my bless because it counts to. Does it count to ability checks or is it just saves?
Saving throws, yeah.
So 17.
Okay. So what do you ask?
Who are you working for?
I will start with that one.
He like looks around, sort of like slumps his shoulder down. What are you doing out here? What brought you here?
We're tracking some cultists, and you and your buddies seem to be moving supplies for them. Do you work for them?
My buddies, I thought you worked for the cult until you attacked us.
I will like pass that information along in common to whoever doesn't speak.
Everyone
Draconic,
who speaks Draconic definitely knows.
What did he say again?
He says that he thought we were the cultists until we attacked them, so maybe we whoopsed on that one.
Whoops.
I mean, Kithris, he's only 19. He was, raised, raised right by his Kender mother. So,
I'm going to kneel down in front of the Dracon or the lizard folk and ask him. So, from what you're saying, you're not a member of the cult. Is that correct?
No, you work for them.
And where are you taking all these supplies?
What supplies?
The boxes that you guys take from them out of the storage room.
I don't see any here. We ought to collect them up and bring them back to the castle.
What castle?
Oh, there's a castle.
The castle in the wood, in that swamp.
We would
you
like
know-
for you to take us to the castle.
Do you know who owns the castle?
Yes. Yes. The cult. They run the castle.
Who's the head honcho?
I do not know their names.
What defenses
Ye-
does this castle have?
There's many lizard folk, and there are some of the frogmens as well. The cultists pretty much stick to the insides.
Do you know of a dragon?
There's said to be dragons in this swamp.
Do you know what kind? Is it a black dragon?
Oh, it's
Is it-
5 or green.
Is it a humanoid dragon? Is it
Is it by
green,
chance
orange?
is there a half black
Sorry,
dragon
guys.
woman?
I was just looking for the name. The terrifying Voragamantha is a great black dragon.
What about a half dragon woman named Resmir? Is she there?
I have not seen a dragon spawn, what you meant to say, in this area.
What did you say the dragon's name was one more time?
You would ask me.
Above character or above table.
Voragamantha.
Yeah, I'm
Say
just
it
gonna
3
wait
times
until
fast.
he puts the session recap up. And then I will comment.
Is it,
I am going to spell that to the best of my abilities.
we can get in where the cultists are at if there's a secret, if they know anything, is there some type of password or anything like that to get past them, or is there any
I
secret doors
just
that-
deliver the packages. My job is not to go inside the castle.
How
Who's in
far
charge of
is
it?
the castle? Is it? Do you guys go there on the boats?
Yes.
they should take us, and then
How do we avoid the dragon?
I have not seen the dragon. I do not think you will run into it.
There's no safe path through the swamp or anything like that.
There's the path that we take. It is as safe as it can be, but it is an active swamp. Beasts will be beasts.
Do you know what type of beast? What type of
I
beasts are there on the path to the castle?
Is this your first time in a swamp, human?
Frankly, yes.
Well, there was this quicksand. There was a salad creature. There was all kinds of things.
Yeah, now that you bring it up,
Kithris will kind of look to the rest of the party and be like, maybe we just have him take us. We've got enough boats. They brought boats. There's these other boats. Maybe we just can get on the boats and get to the castle, but at some point, I think everybody needs to rest as well. I don't know how
Why
far.
do you want to go to the castle?
Why do we?
Because we're a sightseeing.
That's a good question.
Reconnaissance.
You know,
We got a bucket list.
in the area. You know,
It's reconnaissance.
we like architecture. That's all.
you got things we want to try.
Reconnaissance for what?
That is classified and none of your concern.
Real quick above table here, just so that I can remember. When we were supposed to be following these guys and finding out, like, we're supposed to be just gathering intel on like where they're at, what their plan is, resources. Like, so we were supposed to get this information and then report it back to
The Legion, yeah.
the Legion. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, ultimately, you're supposed to know where the cult is going, where they're bringing all this treasure to, and what they're doing with it. Like, what's the point? You know, why are they
I'm gonna
stealing
look at-
from all these
That's
rando
the-
people?
because we know where it's going.
I'm gonna pull out a map, kneel down in front of the lizard folk again,
There you go.
and can you show me on the map where the castle is?
I've never seen maps before. I'm not sure how to orient where I am.
Can I use guidance
Maybe
on
we
him?
have him take us to
Uh,
there. We can mark our own map and then figure out.
Can I roll? Can I roll for insight to see if he's bullshitting?
You don't have to roll. He's a Bakali. He lives in the swamp. They don't have need for maps and stuff. He's probably never seen a map in his life.
Okay.
Like, you know, they might be like drawing stuff on the ground and stuff, but how is he going to orient himself on a map of Coastland? You know, where you guys
Okay,
are in the
that's
middle of
fair.
the swamp versus
He
anywhere.
may have to come with us. He's gonna
No,
have
I
to.
think
Which
think we make
direction
him take us.
which direction is the castle and how far away is it?
Are you trying to get to the Black Dragon?
Yes. And the castle, we need to know how to get to both places.
I can lead you to Varagamantha.
No, we don't want to be led. We just need to know the direction and how far.
Or the castle than the dragon, too.
So you, sorry.
So
I'm just
Kithris
shocked
would
that you're just like,
interject-
yes, take us to the dragon. It's like, what? You guys faced one blue dragon and it almost killed everyone.
yeah, that was like 3 levels ago, though. We're fine.
Yeah, we're good now.
No, I think Kithris is will leave the rest of the question to the group, but he just is gonna be like, we just need to know how to get to the castle. Like, if we know where the dragon's lair is, that would be helpful as well. But he doesn't know what a map is or how to mark it. I think he's gonna have to take us nearish so that we know. Because he could say it's that way, and is it in the swamp, or is it in the mountains? Is it back at?
Are you going
know?
to deliver homage to the dragon?
Yes.
Sure.
That's what we're doing. To praise the dragon.
Sort of
Did we
smiles
bring
a little
homage
bit.
with us?
There's no possible way you are so stupid as humans to think you could pay homage to the dragon. He would eat you.
I am not a dragon or a human. I am.
Well, we're more interested. Sorry, he would be like Elemier would be like, we are more interested in finding the location of the castle so that we can tell other lizards like yourself where to go pay homage to the dragon.
You think I'm stupid? Human. You've given me no reason. You have killed my brothers. Why should I help you?
Because we
What do
asked
you want
nicely.
in exchange for your help?
Your life is on the line.
My life is nothing if I bring danger to the cult. They will kill me anyway. I could leave you here to die and let the dragon pick your bones. But I think perhaps there is something you could do for me.
What?
Okay, what is it?
Perhaps you could help liberate us, Bakali, from the cult.
That would be an honorable goal.
What would you do with your independence?
I would live my life as we always have. This is our swamp. We belong to be in charge, not humans or bullywugs.
Yeah, I don't like those frog guys. Do you think you could convince the other Bakali to help us help you? Like, if we're gonna liberate you from the cult?
It would
Would the other
require
Bakali join?
trust on your part.
Elemier would step forward and, touching his holy symbol, would be like, I swear, I have sworn long ago to fight oppression wherever I find it, and if liberating your people is something we can do that would also help us in the long run, then I would take an oath to do so. The oath of a paladin is not given lightly.
I believe you. Release me from these bonds. Perhaps you could tend to my wounds, and I will lead you to the castle.
I
Okay, I'm good with that. Look kind
Can
of look to the rest
Elemier insight as to whether this guy is being honest?
You feel like he is, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is you guys intimidate him. So, he's doing the best he can to leverage a little bit of self-interest out of his fear, but you guys clearly are capable of taking care of yourself. And if you're in opposition to the people that are subjugating him and his people, he seems like he'd be willing to help.
Yeah, Kithris will look to the rest of the party and be like, I mean, we're gonna do better with more allies than less, and if he can convince the rest of the Bakali to support us, it'll give us an advantage. They know the castle, they've been there, they're doing this other work. If we can have allies on the inside, as it were, that can oppose the cult, maybe this is a good deal.
Or at the very least, just let us pass.
No one should be slaves.
Kithris will
Help.
We'll wipe out your oppressors and free you and your people.
Kithris will go ahead and take off the manacles.
He drops
Back.
down
There's
to a
still-
knee and lowers his head. My name is Snapjaw, and I will help you.
Dude, that is such a cool name.
What
Kithris is
are
jealous
your
of this name.
names?
I'm Kithris.
Kithris.
Kithris will just start making introductions as everyone else is like, he's like,
Okay.
this is Gunnar. This is Garrick. This is our new friend Lucan. He worships Mishakal. He thinks he's got pamphlets. This is Sato. And this is Elemier.
Okay, so I mean he's clearly wounded because you guys nearly killed him.
I will hand him because I know there's other healers in the party, but I'll give him a good berry. Like, here, this is a Kithris snack. Eat it, you'll feel better.
Let's get this snack.
Sort of smells it.
I'll hand if Lucan asks that question out loud, I'm like, oh, here you go. And I would say as a cleric, it's a good berry, but he calls them Kithris snacks. He can make good berries like once a day, and he just eats them.
Get the snacks. Okay. I like the picture that's like little beef jerkies instead. Like
It's so
Scooby snack.
his no, they would be like berries. They would look more like berries just because his mom was a druid and a kender, and she is the one that taught him this little bit of druid magic that he knows. And so yeah, they're just berries, but he just has a little pouch on his belt and he'll just pull them out and they're just good berries, but he eats them, like they're
A
candy.
Scooby snack of berries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heal at one point, but
Yeah, he does feel 1 HP better. So
And he's
That's
full though.
and he's full.
can
full belly
Elemier
is
just
better.
use like a med kit on him? Like a healer action kind of deal?
Yeah, I mean that doesn't really heal him at all, though. I mean that would stop bleeding and stuff.
If I
It
had
does
the
with me
healer kit-
actually.
Yeah. There you go.
I can borrow the med kit.
Sure.
You're like, let me see. that."
Believe. I've never actually used this before.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
I've only ever-
healer feat?
I take it for
Yeah.
the spells, not for the healer kit mainly, but
You don't
yeah, I
waste
get
your spells
to I
on
can
the
expend a
NPC.
use of it to heal him one of his HP dice +3.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, so he gets to roll I don't know, a
hit die.
D8 for a lizard folk probably.
Nice. We'll just sort of hand wave that. So yeah, he's feeling infinitely better, and he feels like he can trust you a little, and he just sort of comes up. One last thing. Let me talk to the other Bakalis so you don't kill any.
As we're looking around at dead bodies.
That's fair. Kithris will kind of looking at seeing Lucan do this and kind of do this can we help you bury your friends or do a funeral? He's a cleric. They do funerals.
But
He just grabs the foot of two of them and drags them to the water and just sort of slides them in. They slowly sink beneath the swampy waves. It's like, this is how we return to the earth. Become
Kithris
part of
will
the circle.
I think
Break out
for
in song
Kithris
so bad.
that holds deep meaning. Seeing as he had recently interred his own
Oh,
mother
yeah.
in a similar fashion. And so you see Kithris goes really quiet.
He's all,
And we'll start. Yep. And
Elemier would
he'll
say
just
a
start
prayer.
picking up some of these bodies and like carrying them and laying them into the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna pray to Mishakal to put in a good word with Kislev. I imagine is probably a close relation to who they might worship. I'm guessing. Lucan doesn't know much about the worshipping of lizard men,
That's okay.
but
Aphesis, probably.
It's usually
they
a
put
thought
it,
that counts.
put in a good word with the lizard people god, and amen.
Kithris would also say a quick prayer to Habakkuk as he's helping with this and returning them to the water.
Nice. Okay. So he then sort of pads over to the lean-tos and pulls out some of the food that was in there, like the smoked salmon or smoked fish and some of the other food, and he just starts munching. Would you all like some?
Yeah. Dinner sounds great.
So he shares it out. He's like, where's the other Bakali from the... fuck, what is it called? That damn road... The Roadhouse.
Krithis killed him.
Kithris.
I don't know. I might have not been.
We didn't know we were. That was before we were allies. It was we
The
attacked them.
swamp
They
is
attacked
taking their
us.
souls.
They ambushed us.
We're allies now. So
Did you bring any
Yeah.
of the merchandise?
no, the big half ogre guy. He was kind of pissed. We kind of got the hell out of there.
I've never been there myself. But it would be easier to enter if we had some goods.
Do we want to try to go back and sneak back in and get some stuff?
Jan is like, are you out of your mind? No! I don't want to go back through all that crap. The quicksand, the moving salad? Are you crazy?
Kithris will look to Snapjaw and be like, "Do you know how to navigate through the swamp without, the quicksand and the salad monsters and?"
We leave a trail and markings on trees.
Yeah, we followed that for a little while. We didn't know how to get around the quicksand.
It's quicksand. Oh, you mean sinking earth? Yes.
Yeah,
We walk around that.
we eventually walked around that, and he kind of looks
Yeah.
at Kiri.
We figured that out.
Yeah.
Yep.
If this is going like, if we're kind of like setting up, that stone that you said was in the center of this encampment was like, did it look like that was meant for fire and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
If there's like dry firewood and stuff, like Kithris would take it over there and he'll use a produce flame to kind of light the fire. Now that we're all being friendly, like he's trying to make this seem like it's normal-ish while we discuss things.
Elemier would ask the Snapjaw if fire is safe in the swamp.
It keeps most of the beasts away.
Oh, okay. But it won't attract anything.
Perhaps some crocodiles, but they'll stay at a distance.
So yeah, once we get this fire going, I think the discussion turns to as we eat fish and hang out and be like,
I think Snapjaw's right. I think if we have some supplies, it would be easier for us to make it look like this is a normal thing. If Snapjaw thought we were cultists, maybe we can convince the others that, for whatever reason, that we've come with them to help deliver some of the supplies. Maybe that's our way in.
Maybe, but we only need boxes, don't we? There's boxes here.
Are we not just scouting where the castle is and then reporting the location, or are we trying to truly infiltrate the castle?
I say it's wiser to find a location of the castle, note it down on a map, and return with that information. Because if what the lizard folk says is true, 6 people and maybe a few extra hands of lizard folk isn't going to make much of a difference against a black dragon.
Or
Above
cancel.
table, did we ever find out if Garrick was also a member of the Legion? Did
Yeah,
that
we
ever
did.
come out over the course? We did? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that you could be, Kithris would kind of like be like,
Okay, that's all great. How do we get that information back to the Legion? Because we left Laosin clear back over in that town far away. Was it Solanthus?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it
how
would
do we
take
get
you
word
guys
back
like
to
months to
Solanthus?
get back there from where you are right now.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what so how do we let the Legion know that we figured all this out? Like, I don't know. I think on some level, I didn't think we were gonna make it this far, and then the stupid caravan was just forever. I don't know how we send word back once we have it.
Well, there might be
and he'd kind of be looking to Garrick, hoping that maybe Garrick had a different way to, because like I feel like Kithris feels like we were just kind of sent on this errand. And he's not sure how much faith that Leosin actually had in us to get it done anyway. So he's like, yeah. After we do this, like, who do we tell? That's what Garrett.
Well, there might be representatives back in Gander.
Yeah.
Jamna speaks up. She's like, you guys are really not prepared for any of this, are you? You don't plan ahead at all. Look, I'm going to go check out the castle. I think what he's talking about is actually the citadel of Karak-Tor. Anyway, I'm going to go with you guys to there, but I think that's where we're going to part ways. I've got a little more investigating to do.
What investigation do you have to do?
Nanya.
You are the strangest ally I've ever had, and I've known Gunnar for years.
Look, we had mutual need to be together, and it's worked out pretty well, I think. Except for this new cleric guy not healing me at all. But, everyone else seems to be pretty okay. Especially Elemier. He's doing great. But, I don't want to leave once we get there. I mean, we have to find out what's going on, don't we?
We
Drew,
do.
do you have some
Aye.
sort of steam-powered mail delivery system so we could send a message?
That's an amazing idea. Perhaps I could have it send mail through the air. Just launch it. I would have to have some sort of propulsion device for each piece of mail. That could get kind of expensive. I'm not sure that's the most effective way of sending mail, Kithris.
What about just a magical way? Can you send a message to anyone?
No, I can't. That's not really what I'm here for. It's a good idea, though.
Look, we don't have any boxes. Unless we're willing to walk for a day through the swamp, we're not going to have boxes. So we either try and sneak in or find another way in. Maybe they can cause a disturbance, rise up, and we can get in.
Jamna, if you know the name of this place, perhaps you know more.
Perhaps I... Sorry, I'm getting the voices mixed up. Yeah, perhaps I do.
Anything you could tell us could save our lives if we tried to get in there.
I'd say any chance to avoid a dragon's probably a good choice.
Have any of us heard of the Citadel of Karak-Tor? Or
Highly unlikely. Give me a... let's see. You would need to have some sort of spellcaster training for any sort of arcane referencing. So, Sato, give me an insight check. Oh, actually, give me a history check, Sato. That might be the only thing. And it's going to be nigh impossible for you to know. It's just an obscure...
Okay, there's history. 11.
Yeah, no, you've never heard of it before. Yeah, Jamna, I mean, she's never claimed to work for the same people you guys are working for. You know,
Yeah.
some of you are working for. She's just said, you know, this is a mutual benefit to work together for a while, and she's clearly making a note that she wants to investigate this. The lizard people call it a castle, but she's calling it a citadel. Potato type situation, but she wants to investigate it more. There's something she's looking for that clearly might be a little beyond what you guys are looking for.
I'm going to look at Jamna and use Awakened Mind, which you could choose a creature within 30 feet of you, and you and the chosen creature can communicate with each other while you two are within 5 miles, and both of you understand a language, or mentally share a language. And I'm going to have a conversation with her telepathically. Are you with the Dark Knights?
Are you?
I'm not. But
your ways speak otherwise. I know of your kind. I know where you're from. I think I might even know more about your patron than you do.
So you are a Dark Knight.
I'm what I need to be when I need to be it. And right now I'm a friend.
So you're on a very similar mission as I, to gather information on the cult.
For now. She's just like picking at her nails as this is happening. You really do get this swamp underneath these things. God, it's gross. Flicking it off.
I think while they're having this mental conversation, Kithris is still kind of pitching to the rest of the groups like,
maybe we go, we kind of see what the citadel or castle or whatever this place is about, and I mean, just knowing what's there, don't we need to know what resources they have, and maybe not everything, but shouldn't we at least take a look and get a lay of the land?
Well, we've got that's what we've got to do anyway. Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. We've got to get there.
That'll
We've
work.
got to look.
Yeah, we got to do that. And is there a dragon actually in this castle, or is the dragon separate from the castle?
Are you saying that in Draconic?
Oh, well.
I'll translate, like, because I assume it's a question that he's trying to
yes.
ask. I'll translate for Snapjaw. Does the dragon live at the castle?
It lives
or?
in the swamp. It does not go to the castle.
Doesn't go to the castle. Snapjaw, is this a safe place for us to rest, and then we can head out? You can take us to the castle, and we'll figure things out, and you can talk to the other Bakali about joining forces with us to liberate yourselves from the cult.
I think the frogman too, right?
No, he doesn't like the frogmen. Don't talk about the frogmen.
Oh. Okay.
He didn't say frogmen. Don't worry.
Yes, we can stay here, but more of my brothers will be coming back to search for the bodies.
How do we let them know that we're allies now? I mean, we just want to. If this is a place for us to sleep, I think you could use some rest. I think we could use rest. If more of your brothers are coming, maybe that makes it easier for us to go to the castle. And
so you can tell he is clearly still afraid of you guys. I mean, anytime Gunnar gets near him, he's obviously like physically nervous.
Yeah.
Just the horror that was unleashed on these poor creatures.
Yeah, I think Kithris is trying to kind of like be friendly. Like he would offer him like, you know, his coffee, and he would, you know, give him another good beer if he wants it. Like he's like Kithris sees this as like the best option to have allies that are on the inside that, you know, kind of again a friendship of opportunity where they don't like the cult, we don't like the cult, so let's hate the cult together kind of a deal. So Kithris is like doing his best to try to that's why he like lit a fire and he did whatever. Like he's just trying to be as friendly as he can to try to make this work out.
Yeah. So he is, and he's clearly warming up, from terror to, convenient distance, just maintaining that distance away and clearly still concerned. But ultimately, he tells you that he can go and talk to his brothers that had slipped into the water and have them come back, and they can all guide you if you want.
Kithris would make sure that he passes that information along and kind of be like,
He says he'll go into the water and get the two that ran off. I think if we're gonna make this work, we have to take this a little bit on faith. You know what I'm talking about.
he points to Lucan.
Got to have the faith.
Yep.
I think this is our best chance at getting to the Citadel or Castle or whatever, and maybe a real chance at getting back at the cult. These guys have no love for them, and I think it's our best chance at allies. What do you guys think?
Well, allies is better than enemies. That is an option I will take over unnecessary bloodshed.
Yeah, I think my ideals would force me to agree with this.
If everybody's in agreement, Kithris would just look at Snapchat and be like,
yeah, I think you helping us and us helping you is the best option for everyone. So we'll wait here while you go get your brothers, your clan, and when you come back, we'll everyone can rest and we can head out to the Citadel.
Okay. So as soon as you say that, he turns and runs and leaps into the water and just sploosh, sort of disappears for a while. And you guys are just sort of sitting there alone. Are you going to wait until the next morning before you go out?
I think we wait.
yeah, I
till
think,
Snap-
yeah, I think we'll wait till he comes back.
Okay. So it takes
While we wait.
about an hour passes. It's getting into the dark of night and he's not back yet. You feel like maybe we made a mistake. And then coming out of the water, you see four and, three of them plus Snapjaw walking out of the water and just sort of slowly, nervously walking up, and Snapjaw's like encouraging him, "It's okay, come on." And they're just slowly walking up, eyeing the warriors that were fighting him.
Yeah, I think Kithris will kind of walk up with his hands, in a non-lethal position here, just kind of in Draconic, like,
Hello, my name is Kithris. Strongjaw said that you guys have an issue with the cult, and so do we. I think we can be friends.
and he'll pull out some more Kithris snacks and offer them to the.
They
That's
look
all
at
he's got.
each other and
He's
look
one
at
big
Snapjaw. Snapjaw's like, "They taste weird, but they're good." So they sort of like take them. So basically, they'll watch the camp while you guys rack out if you want. I mean, they were going to be coming here to grab a bunch of supplies and treasure and bring it back to the castle anyway. So they've got a leeway of time.
Yeah, so I think that's what Kithris was hoping, is that we can, and I think Kithris would offer that that everybody could take shifts. They could like if we need to like set up watches, like that we would be willing to also make that work, because like he's trying to, as much as he can, make this a a cohesive group that we can all trust each other. So whatever Kithris can do to kind of foster that, he's gonna.
Okay.
We should have one of our own party members be awake at all times anyway.
Before everyone goes to bed, I'm going to be
Hey, I've got an idea. Might be a
scavenging
bad-
for things that I could turn into dinner for everyone.
Could those lizardmen go back and get that treasure and playing it off like there's nothing wrong, and then bring it back to the camp, and we can use that to go to the castle with?
Are you asking them, or are you asking the?
I was just asking the group, kind of at a party. I was just, just.
Yeah, I think
Maybe we can go with them. Like they can go in and get it. Some of us can stay, or we can all go and help carry the stuff back if we've got them with us. And
Yeah,
They can
Jamina
go
will
in and
remind
get-
you guys that there's corpses up there, so the chance of that gear still being
That's
there is
We left.
probably slim to none, and there's probably people
Okay.
waiting just for
Uh,
someone to come in.
Right.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah.
can just-
So
Yeah. Okay. I didn't think of that piece. I forgot about that. So no, never mind.
What we
No.
what we could do is have the basilisk go up and grab it. Just say that they murdered us or killed us or something. Bing bang boom. The cargo transport will continue as if nothing happened, and we
I
could
kind of just kill
continue
some frogs.
gather information and help
I mean,
free
it took you
the
guys almost
basilisk.
2 days of travel just
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
thinking
here.
that too. It's a lot. That's why
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Right.
with the lizardmen we have, we've kill the frogs and find a way to get inside without making too much commotion. And I guess what do? Take on the cultists? They've been wanting us for some time anyways. Let's give them a piece of us.
Let's give
I
him a
think
piece.
quiet infiltration and observation would be our best bet.
Have you met
Okay.
Gunnar?
Yeah,
That's not
quiet
in
is
his
his
vocabulary.
No, but so I think at this point, like above table, I think if the plan here is that we can take watches with the lizard men again, trying to foster that relationship, and then work out a long rest, and then start heading out to the Citadel as soon as they're everybody's ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So are we good to mark off a long rest, or do we need to?
Yeah, if no one's gonna do anything else, you guys can eat swamp foods and have your long rest, and that's gonna bring you into the late morning, early
Okay.
afternoon, and they head
then
out.
Kithra's.
So
Okay.
you have to go by canoe, and there are enough canoes, but how many people are you gonna put to a canoe? With no gear, you could probably stuff 5 people in a canoe, but you do have gear, so do you think 2 or
How
3
many-
people per canoe? There's 6 total, and there's 4 of them, so they'll
They
take
could,
2
can't
canoes.
they? Oh, they will.
Could-
All right.
Okay, yeah, and I think
So we
we'll
could-
split up into. Can we get?
Three.
2 on each.
Is
2 on each.
is
You can
that
do
doable? Yeah.
Can Snapjunk
big-
lead us? Would he be a good scout or?
I mean, he's gonna be in the front just so that if there's a colleague that he meets, that he can talk to
Okay.
him about it. But you guys, I mean, know,
So-
just through the course of the night, yes, this strange, odd relationship started in conflict, but you have seen that they're willing to, lead you to this under the promise that you're not going to murder any more lizard people, and you're going to help liberate them, because that's what they want. If you're
Yeah.
here to take on the cult, then they want to bring you to the cult so that you can take them on, and you're clearly capable in their eyes because you just stomped some of their friends. So
Yeah.
you can definitely do it. So they're cautiously distant, but they're not, they're not.
And can Elemier in Draconic ask them, like, do you honestly think that we have what it takes to take on the Citadel? Or is this
With
an
our
answer
help,
not
I
able
think
to
we
ask?
can get you inside. I will be coming with you the whole way.
Good. It is in our interest that you survive and prosper to help us, so.
Thinking you can use that spell too that you used last time for that stealth spell. Hides our tracks and it covers our movement. When we get inside there, we can all stay
Oh, yeah.
kind of stay close
sure.
to as a group.
Pass without a trace when we get there.
Okay. So you guys get up to a canoe and you start heading out. It's going to be most of the day on the water. And it's easy to let the sun reflecting off of the water, just sort of like warm you, even in this chill, cold air. And of course, any body of water makes it infinitely colder. But that sun reflected off is actually kind of relaxing and nice. And you sort of lulled into this false sense of peace as you're going through this really dangerous swamp toward a castle occupied by not only the frogmen, but the lizardmen and the cult that is there. And now, of course, that there's a dragon somewhere in this swamp that should be always at the back of your mind worrying you. Like, what if? Because no one controls a dragon. It does whatever the hell it wants. So it's not like this lizard man can be like, stop, please. And it would listen. So you guys are clearly in a sense of danger and in a position of danger, but you do feel like you kind of have, the travel thing kind of set. And that's when, lulling into nice comfort, what's the perception, your passive perceptions? It was Lucan and I think Garrick had the high perceptions, right?
Yeah, I had 18.
Right, okay.
I got a question
So-
right quick.
Yeah.
So we're traveling the boats right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did they say we were going to be traveling on the boats for about?
Most of the day.
Did they say?
Yeah, most
Most
of
of the day? Okay.
All the
it's
while
the
this is
only-
going on,
If we start to get close, I want to cast Augury and see if I'll have to. Basically I can receive an omen from an otherworldly entity, which is Mishakal, to see if basically ask, are we going to have to fight these lizard men? Like, can we trust them? Basically, am I have to defend myself against these lizard men? Or are they walking us into a trap? Is what I'll essentially be asking. But just once we get close to our location and destination.
Okay. It's going to be near the end of the day before that happens. So as far as
Okay.
that spell, what's the casting time on it? And what are the components? Is it?
It's a ritual cast, is what I'd be
Oh.
doing, and then the components is 25 GP.
Yeah, I'm not sure
of,
you're going to be able to do that on a
divinatory tokens.
boat.
Oh, okay.
Needing the
wasn't sure.
concentration and control of the ritual, not really conducive on open waters in a canoe.
Okay.
But if you can find some sort of like pull off point or something like that, you could do it. Everything
Okay.
that's,
Sounds good.
every vibe you're getting up until now has been that you can trust them because they want something from you that you've said you're going to do. And so as long as you uphold that, then they're going to uphold theirs. That's kind of the vibe you're getting. But yeah, once we get near the end of the day, we can deal with that. In this particular case, it is the heat of the day and the water is being disturbed around you as you start to see these ripples as if something's underneath the surface of the water moving up toward the canoes. Garrick and Lucan, you two are the only ones that notice it. We are going to need someone to play Kithris's character, by the way.
I'll
We
do
already have that.
Thank you. Cool.
all the while, during this entire boat ride, I'm going to be mapping out directions to get to the castle, just so that we could figure out where exactly on the map it would be located at.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing your best to place yourself, and because there's no indication of particular rivers or anything, so you're just doing your best to indicate it on the way. All right, so this is going to look a little bit weird because I don't have exactly the best setup for this, but no one said anything as of yet, but you guys are you've got Jamna with Snapjaw in the canoe up ahead. And then you guys are moving down the river and you see these motions of underwater creatures moving toward you. Do you guys say anything?
Yeah, I'll say them. We've got movement under the water. I'll start pointing it out.
Okay. So let's get some
Make
initiative.
sure they hear us up ahead. I don't know how loud the water is, but I'll just use thaumaturgy real quick to make it so that we're heard.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know swamps had ominous moving logs.
It's better than bad. It's wood.
Logs.
All right. So give me some initiative and we'll start some encounter. Now, no one's been in the water, so you're not sure of the depth. And it's sort of murky because it's a swamp. And those of you wearing armor, you know could be pretty dangerous going into water with armor on. The whole drowning thing. So this should,
Even just chainmail.
yeah, it just weighs you down is all. I mean, there's just no ways about it. And all your gear and your weapons and everything just weighs you down. So it's a terrifying notion that something could tip the boat or drag you out, and then you could just drown at that point because you don't know, depth here. So always keep that in mind as well. And let's start some combat. Everyone did your initiative.
I got a nat 20 for a 23.
I think I got a 20.
Yeah, Gunnar got a 24 on his. It's crazy. So
14, and I'm almost at the end.
do I have
Wow.
Kithris, Lucan? Yeah. Okay. So I know these are stairs. They're not canoes, but pretend. All right. So you guys, Gunnar, you're up. They call out that there's something, and all you see is like this sort of wave ripple on the surface of the water, and it's all around you guys as if it's moving toward you.
I mean, it's just under the water. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of them.
I wonder, Lucan probably splash some water so we can grab some of them and bring them towards us.
Hold it for me, Lucan, while I attack it.
Just confirm, they are in water, correct?
Yes. So what's your plan, Gunnar?
I'll just say I'll ready myself for combat. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a rage, and I've got one javelin left. Is there anything worth that I can toss one and hit one of these?
I mean, so remember, you're on a canoe, so you guys have to stay in a line. If you move around, that's going to threaten tipping the boat.
Okay, I see. Shoot.
So do you move to the back like you are right now?
No, never mind. We'll just keep moving forward as I tell Lucan. I go, there's something looks suspicious in the water here.
I think he's the one that
Row a little faster.
Yeah.
Row a little faster. Go faster. Go faster.
Yeah. And then everyone else knows. I'll try to see if we can catch up to the rest of the group and get a little bit tighter here.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing your best to move forward, and you see like you're approaching more of these ripple waves on the surface. Elemier, you're up.
All right. Is Elemier aware that these are, threats?
Well, no one knows what it is. So no one knows it's a threat, but it's a good guess that it would be.
All right. Elemier is going to fire his light crossbow at one of them.
At the water?
Actually, I'm gonna throw a javelin at one.
Okay, let me know which one you're going to be aiming at, and you're actually throwing it into the water itself. So you're going to have disadvantage.
I got an 8, and I was gonna do it at Crocodile C.
Okay, yeah, it hits the water and just sort of floats down the stream as you guys are moving past it. So just mark.
Do I have a second throw? A second javelin? If I have 2 attacks,
when it's ranged weapons, you normally don't. It's usually just one.
Okay, so that's his turn.
It's usually in melee that you do your 2. Garrick?
I'm going to direct this at you, Elemier. Use that spear to see how deep the water is. See if you could touch the bottom.
I doubt it.
Never hurts to gauge how deep it is.
Yeah.
Especially when there's multiple large waves following us.
Yeah. Garrick, you're up.
You can try that on my next turn.
I think I'll try and steer us closer to the pack, so we're less out on the edge. And I'll have one of my weapons in my hand. I'll sort of draw my scimitar ready for it to come. If it comes,
well, if you're going to be paddling, you're not going to be able to have any hands
on
anything else.
I'll just paddle.
Okay. So you guys are both in there just paddling, doing your best to get to sort of tighten that gap up.
Yeah.
Crocodile A, where the hell are you? All right, so they've got a 30-foot swim, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And you see a head sort of pop up, and it's clearly a crocodile head, and it dips its head back down. Crocodile B. Where the hell is that? 10, 15, 20.
Perhaps creating some
25,
fire would keep them
30.
away. Like a torch or something.
C.
Or electricity. It is water.
True.
So this crocodile breaches up and it hits Sato and Elemier's boat. I need a dexterity check.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
It's massive
Check, not
mouth.
saving throw.
Just a dexterity
Ruh-roh,
check.
Raggy.
So you grab onto the boat as the weight of both of you and the pushing of the crocodile actually folds it over. And you guys sort of slide off. Sato, can I get a dexterity check?
I rolled a 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. So both of you rolled low. That's terrible. So
Yeah,
you sort of-
Elemier would have guided himself on that check since it was an ability check, but I still got an 8.
Yeah, so you guys are sliding over. You can hold on to it, but the canoe itself is like rolling over into the water. And the crocodile comes in for a bite on Sato.
Shit.
7 to hit misses as you're sort of kicking your legs and stuff. But you guys are just hanging on to the overturned boat. I'm going to move you guys down just a little bit so that you're on that side as it moved underneath after it bumped it. That was C. Crocodile D is way back there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And E. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's going to bash into Kithris and Garrick's canoe. Kithris and Garrick, give me a dexterity check, please.
Is that a save or a dex save?
No, it's just a dexterity check.
All right.
This is really just to see if you can hold on to the boat.
So
Garrick
is
definitely hold on to
22.
it.
Kithris, I don't know his modifier, but I'll just
Let me
do.
look.
Kithris is 4 plus whatever his dex is.
I'm looking right now.
Excuse me.
It's taking a minute to load. That's annoying. All right, so you're counterbalancing, pushing the weight down on the side that the croc hit it from underneath, and so you're sort of holding yourself there. His dex is +2. Kithris, however, as you push over that direction, falls out on that side, holding on to the edge, and the crocodile goes to bite Kithris. Attack roll. Kithris is kicking his legs, doing his best to keep out of the crocodile's mouth, and it's worked thus far. So Kithris is holding on to the edge of the boat in the water, kicking his legs and thrashing it. What is Kithris going to do?
Kithris will give it a. I suppose he can't really attack it, so it'll have to be like an unarmed strike, won't it? That he'll have to do.
Well, if he's going to, I mean, he's going to have to bash an unarmed strike if he's going to keep holding on. Otherwise, he can let go and try his best to attack it or something.
Well, I think with the amount of weaponry and and armor he's got on, I think he'll just try and he'll try and breath weapon it. Actually, he'll do his breath at it.
Can you give me a perception check really quick?
For Kithris?
Yeah.
Okay. Not good. 2 plus whatever it is.
Okay.
So,
So you like turn your head, just like
4.
breathing out your breath weapon.
Yeah,
That's literally
don't
what
hit
I'll
the
do.
boat.
So it's going to be a deck save, isn't it? For them, 13.
Well, the breath weapon is actually hitting the water because it was underneath the
Well-
water biting at you. And so it's like there's nothing above the surface that you're going to be able to hit with the breath weapon at all.
Well, he's just probably doing it just to keep them away and just
Yeah.
as a matter of, in panic, I suppose.
And give me a dexterity check to see if you can keep the flame away from the boat itself as you're breathing it out, sort of panicking. Okay, yeah.
30,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
good. Like 15 or 16 or something.
15.
You're like pulling it off, and it's just sort of flame roiling up on the top of the surface until you stop breathing, and it sort of quickly dissipates as the air just sort of flies out. Crocodile F, where is he? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then G. Where's G? Oh. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to bite at Sato. Try to do a death roll. 13 to hit.
That hits.
Really? You take 7 damage and you are grappled. It like grabs onto you. Give me a perception check.
Perception check. There you are. 13.
As it grabs onto you and yanks you off of the, like holding onto the boat, your feet hit the ground as it's like dragging you. Like it hits the ground and it's not very far down.
So I can just stand up in the water?
Possibly. You did take 7 damage. And you are grappled.
I already marked.
Thank you.
I already marked
Lucan,
it.
you're up.
Wow, I am not much use here. I am going to. Did I by chance just? Are these crocodiles alive?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Making sure they weren't undead.
That'd be
Kinda
awesome,
had
actually.
had a
That'd be
hope there.
badass.
It would have been awesome, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is, so right now I'm trying to gather what's all happening. Sato's being grappled and pulled under, and Elemier is currently hanging over the edge of the canoe.
Yeah. Kithris is hanging
Okay.
over the edge as well.
Okay. I'm going to try and cast Sacred Flame on Crocodile G, because he's actually grappled, it sounds like.
Under the
So I'm
water.
going to see if I can...
But yeah.
Oh. It says I have to be able to see it. Can I see it?
Might be able to get Crocodile C.
Give me a... C is actually under the water. It was the one that tipped it up. Give me a perception check. Let me just see if, its head pops out of the water as it's grappling. Yeah, you see it pop up, and you're just like, Mishakal! Kill!
Yeah.
So it's a dexterity check?
No, it's just a Sacred Flame. Oh, that's damage. Yes, dexterity check. Sorry, it'll be 10 damage if it hits.
What's the DC I'm looking for?
14.
It does not do it. You call out for Mishakal's aid. The sky sort of crackles, and this force comes shooting down. Is it radiant damage?
It is radiant damage.
The radiant damage comes down and blasts on top of Crocodile G. What's the damage?
10 damage. Burn away all that suffering. I know they're suffering deep inside.
They are now. Yeah, it's clearly, even in the water, it's bloodied. You see blood sort of floating up and leaving a bit of a trail with the river behind it. Anything else in your turn, Lucan?
Does that mean I can also see Sato?
I mean, briefly as he's like flipping around in the water.
I could throw a healing word his way. I can't remember if he took a whole bunch or not. I was trying to keep track of the rest of it, but
is that a spell?
Healing word.
It's a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can do cantrips and then one spell level, right?
Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's a bonus action, I'm okay with it.
Okay. I will heal Sato then.
Is it like a 60-foot? You're at it, whatever the range.
I think it's just sight.
Oh, the healing word is 60 foot. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You target
rate is
him how
60
much?
there. It'll be also 11.
Nice. So Sato gets 11 hit
Wow.
points back.
My arm just
Come
snaps
back,
back
rise
into place
up.
and my body flips with it.
Yeah. Rise, Sato.
Rise. He's like,
Float harder.
Float. Float.
Crocodile
float down
H
here.
is going to slam into you guys' boat. Lucan and Gunnar, give me a dexterity check.
Uh-oh.
I think I said I was raging, so I'm gonna take a advantage on that.
Lucan leans into the bump.
Stand ready.
15.
And Gunnar holds on as well, sort of trying to his best to help balance it. And the crocodile leaps up, trying to bite Lucan out of the water, hoping to pull you under. With an 18 to hit.
That will hit me.
You take 7 damage, and you are grappled, and you're yanked out with the massive force of it into the water with him. Give me a perception check real quick.
New guy.
The new guy's wearing a red
24.
shirt. Your feet hit the ground. You know it's not very deep.
Yes.
All right, Sato, you are
I am-
grappled. And it says you are restrained.
Okay, and I need to make a strength check to break free.
Normally, yes.
Well,
Let me just double
You can
check
still
this.
attack, I think.
Yeah, it's just a
Can I?
disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
You have disadvantage on
So what-
attack rolls against any target other than the grappler. So the grappler can grab and carry you around and stuff, but you're just sort of stuck in its grip, but you can still attack it.
I'm gonna stick my head above water and shout "Chilled Touch." And
I don't
I'm
know if
going-
you can do a spell while you're grappled because you have to move. Is
It's
there
a cantrip.
somatic movements?
There
Somatic?
is.
Okay, you wouldn't be able to if you're grappled to do those.
Isn't that just a
Okay, then.
touch spell?
If there's somatic
It's a-
movements that you need to cast the spell, you can't cast the spell if you're grappled because you can't move as you need to for the spell. If there's not, and it's just a word or something, then yeah, you can. That's fine. But
Okay then. Shibbity-boo. What can I do? What type of pain can I
Quickly.
cause? I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers. The crocodile needs to, it's verbal, needs to make a Wisdom 16 save. Or needs to make a Wisdom save and has to beat 16.
DC 6 got a 16.
For Wisdom?
Yeah, you can look in the log.
Okay. It takes half damage if it succeeds. So
Half of 19?
19.
So describe how Dissonant Whispers would destroy this crocodile because it just did.
Well, it's a psychic spell, and since it's a psychic spell, feature with being having the Great One Patron is any psychic spell that needs a verbal or somatic component. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's for enchantment/illusion. Never mind. So, I'm gonna shout Dissonant Whispers, and it just gets a sharp pain in its mind with words of 1,000 voices.
Okay. So it releases its hold on you as it's sort of thrashing around in the ground, and you just hear this snap as it's like thrashing around, and blood just starts seeping out of its ear holes and its nose and its mouth, and it just floats on down the river dead. Anything else in your turn, Sato?
I'm gonna get back up onto that boat.
So you stand up, and the water is only like 2 feet deep. It's really not deep at all. and you like grab onto the boat and you sort of lift yourself back onto it. The boat itself is upturned, so you would have to climb on top of it, or you're going to have to talk to Elemier and have him help you flip it over.
Okay.
Are you going to tell Elemier?
We need to get out. We need to get out of the water, Elemier, and going to use the rest of my turn to flip.
Start
the
flipping
boat.
it. Okay. Crocodile L. Where the hell is that? Or I guess it is. No, it is L. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's just going to move here. All right, J. There's so many of these damn things. It said 2 per person. So this one moves up and it's going to try to bite you as you're in the water. A 7, you see it coming, you sort of like lift up and jump out of the way, moving your body, and it snaps down right next to you. And K. Too many of these things.
Is he within 5 feet of me?
Yeah, we can say that.
Can I use my sentinel to make an attack on him?
You were holding on to the thing. You can do an unarmed attack with it.
Okay. That's a...
So you strike
8.
out, it just hits the water right where its head was a moment ago. Kithris and Garrett, can you give me a dexterity checks as this crocodile comes up and knocks your boat? This is crocodile
Sure.
K.
So
You're holding
Garrett
on.
gets 14, and Kithris.
I'm like looking at the clock, and there's just no way we're gonna finish this anytime soon.
No, that's a lot of alligators to kill.
Yeah.
So, as all this is going on, I see these alligators pulling my friends, and
Kithris is on 17.
Yep.
Would I be able to see them as they regain, as they pop back up, that they're actually standing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna have the final crocodile go, and then this is the end of the first round, and we'll stop there.
Okay.
Crocodile L, where the hell is that? Here it is. All right, so it's going to come up and underneath your boat, Gunnar, it's going to bump it up to try to knock you out. Give me a dexterity check. Nice. You're like holding on, balancing yourself as you're like veins popping in your neck, just raging like, no! And it leaps up over the side. It's going to try to snap onto you with its mouth. 11 to hit. What's your armor class? No, I don't hear you.
You're muted.
So anyway, you didn't respond to me. So yeah, so it misses me. My AC is 15.
Oh, gotcha.
It misses me, and I hit it on the nose with an iron pan.
You hear a ticking.
Give it a good one.
Inside of it. All right, that is where we're going to end this session. At the beginning of round 2, oh man, if I do this, it's not gonna save the initiative order.
Take a screenshot or a photo.
Sure. I'm gonna have to do 2 screenshots. I'm not sure it's worth it. We'll just redo initiative if it breaks it. It's not a big deal. All right, so that is gonna do it for this session. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're tuning in live and watching this, if you're watching after the fact, we appreciate you. This is session 19 of our Dungeons & Dragons 2024 Tyranny of Dragons actual play. Huge thanks to the players for making a great session. For those of you watching, what do you think about this encounter? Did you expect them to make friends with the Bacali and help them while the Bacali are leading them to the cultists? Let us know in the comments below, or you can leave an email at info@dealsaga.com. I would like to take a moment and invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, ring the bell to get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. It all goes to help other Dragonlance fans learn about this channel and its content. Thank you to creator patron Aaron Hardy, producer patron Azrael, and developer patrons Chris Androu and Sam Ruiz. This channel is all about celebrating the wonderful world of Dragonlance Saga, and I hope you join that celebration. For everyone here, my name is Adam. Thank you for watching, and until next time, Slán Javar.